The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, March 9th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's U.S. based and available in 40 different states. Head to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Play their fantasy pick for a chance to win 100 times the amount of money you enter in NBA, NHL, college basketball, and much, much more. Sign up today using the promo code SGPN to get a 100% deposit match. We're also brought to you by Champs. Run your own March Madness pool and enter Champs free bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs to enter today. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Yes, the sports betting research platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN. You get 50% off your first month and start making smarter bets today, people. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
What's up, everybody? This is Cameron Krog from Loyola Chicago Ramblers, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride. Shout out to the Broad Stop. Thank you, guys.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome. Welcome to the college basketball experience. Preview and picks episode for Saturday, March 9th. Are we really on March 9th? It is, as all these games being absolutely fucking bonkers night in, night out. It is March. And yeah, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swigga Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Been in the trenches. Talking shit to all these dumb motherfuckers. All right. Coming over here, spewing all this shit. Picks their ass. I mean, I might have a losing night if Loyola doesn't cover. But be a fucking man and stop being such a bitch. Have some fucking accountability. The amount of bitches, I'm telling you, there's a pandemic. There's no COVID. There's no Wuhan flu shit. It's a pandemic of little bitches out there. No accountability. They should be ashamed of themselves. This ain't manhood. That ain't manhood. Little bitches. We're going to talk all about it. Currently, I'm 8-8. With Loyola Marymount on the line. So might have a losing night. And guess what? I'm okay. I mean, obviously I'd like to have a winning night, but the amount of little bitches I've been, that have DM'd me, that have tagged me, bring it on, you fucking losers. All right. You're all fucking losers. All right. Yeah. I don't care if you never watch this ever again. I did this show with 5 fucking followers. I'll do it again. I am joined by my co-host. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, host of the Big 12 College Experience, host of the Ryan and Rush Show. Give it up for Ryan McIntyre, aka Moneyline Mac. How you doing, brother?
I am doing great. You know, man, I started the day 0-3, but hey, guys like Kel Hodges, go fuck yourself. You can still have a fucking winning day after you go 0-3, 12-9 currently. Because I hit a little bit of a heater in the evening, and that's called gambling. Go back to playing with your fucking toy and your fucking.
If we're so bad, you fucking jackass, why aren't you taking all of our picks on the other side? You'd be super happy, but you're not because you're a coward. You're a fucking coward. All right, you're a coward. Let's be honest. You're coming in here to bitch because you're a coward. And there ain't other way to sugarcoat it. You're a fucking bitch. All right. Go listen to another podcast. I don't care. 1-star me. I don't give a fuck. All right.
Like your tiddlywinks.
Yes. It's just ridiculous. Have some fucking accept your accept responsibility. I can only imagine if, God forbid, if you're in a fucking relationship. You know what I mean? God forbid if you're in a fucking. I think that'd be impossible because they probably already left your ass by now. But anyway, dude. I mean, we were on the I understand it was a rough morning.
Yeah,
it was a rough morning, but we were on the right side. Like, I don't mind losing. I mean, yes, I mind losing a bet, but at least I know I was on the right side. We just got fucked on a couple of those. Now, obviously, the San Diego State game, no, that's just a flat out loss. All right, even though there was some crazy fucking shots in that game for Boise, flat out loss. Okay. But yeah, the amount of bitching early in the morning too is just like, you fucking losers.
Oh God,
you fucking losers. Let's jump into it.
Like there's not 25 other games after it. Like it's like they just put their whole mortgage.
You're on. We're on the right side. Like, okay, we lost the bet, and that's going to happen sometimes.
Yes.
But when the opposing team and you're getting 10 points or whatever the fuck the number is, and you're up 16, you should never lose that bet. You should never lose that bet. More, I would love to know the percentages during a season of how many times you lose that bet. But that's exactly what happened to us with Radford and the points. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That shit's gonna happen sometimes, and it happened a few times today. Your thoughts on Radford eating shit after blowing a 16, maybe 17? What the fuck? It might have even been 18 for all I know. Yeah, terrible beat. This was the right side. This was the right fucking side. It just didn't work out for us.
It was Radford in a nutshell this year. Where they can play with anybody. They come out and go up 16 because they can make shots. They got 3 guards that can make shots. But because of the injuries in their front court, and then they got in some foul trouble, they got a tough whistle in the first half, but that's not why they lost. They had no rim protection, and they just couldn't stop them. They tried zone, they tried boxing one, and they couldn't fucking stop them. And High Point's really fucking good. I mean, I was super impressed that they were able to take their punch, and everybody said, you said they'd be nervous. Did you see the first 2 shots of the game? They missed them by about 6 feet to the right and left. 2 air balls. They were tighter than anything to start the game, but they are really good. They settled in, and they got the job done. It was frustrating because I'll make that bet every time again. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That was the right side, and we lost. Yeah. That happens. There's another one we'll touch on that. Kel says, bro, I understand losing, but not knowing Boise would be that desperate is sad. What are you talking about?
They're up 10. They're up 10 with like
San Diego State was up 10, and also San Diego State hasn't lost a home game in conference. They played in the national championship a year ago. What are you talking about? Okay, I know Boise won.
Well, why didn't
but you can easily build a case on why San Diego State was a logical angle to take. It's ridiculous.
Made a half court shot to win the game.
I mean, look, I even think that was the wrong side. I'm okay with San Diego State. I believe I was on the wrong side, but it's like the logic is they're 14-0 at fucking home this year. They played in the national championship last year. They bring back like 7 guys from the national championship team. I don't think we have to explain ourselves on the fucking logic, but apparently we do. Missouri State, Indiana State. Oh man. This was not the Radford game, but I still, dude, this was a 2-point game at halftime. I feel like,
they got some Mississippi State in them. They struggled to score at times.
They did,
but I like I said, I like the pick still. They hung in there,
too.
right?
I do too. You get the play-in game. You like that, and just lose it. You lost. Okay. Now this next one was an absolutely horrible pick by me. North Carolina A&T. You know, I don't believe William and Mary's any good, and I still don't believe they're any good. But this was a horrible pick by me because North Carolina A&T, they completely sucked, and also Glassberg played, but clearly was not the difference maker I thought he would be. Horrible pick by me. Did you end up betting this, buddy?
I did not. I should have. I've been betting Bill and Mary all the time too. And I actually want to touch on one thing real quick in the chat. That's a good point about Radford busting their load too early. What the death sentence this year all of a sudden is when you're holding a 15-point lead as a dog.
It is. It is.
Dude,
you don't want a 15-point lead in the first half.
You want a 6-point lead.
Yeah.
6-point lead.
Yeah.
15-point lead. It's like, God damn. I mean, we saw it with what? TCU against BYU. We saw it with UAB against Memphis. Shit, we saw it with BYU against Iowa State the other night. They almost came back and covered that game too.
Oh yeah,
it's been crazy.
It's been a lot of games. Of course, I was on the right side of this one. Didn't bet it though. Longwood got it done 69-56 against Winthrop.
Yeah,
dude, call me crazy, but I think Longwood could win this thing. Watching them today, I was impressed.
It's going to be hard to beat High Point on their home court, though. That crowd was fucking lit. By the way, that crowd was more lit than I thought it would be at noon, too.
North Carolina's college basketball, man.
Oh, yeah.
Taking the day off.
I give them credit. I thought it'd be a little bit of a sleepy spot. I mean, the team came out tight. And like I said, they airballed their first 2 shots by about 6.5 feet. It looked like a fucking dumbass playing horse. It was like, Jesus Christ, they're fucking tight. But, yeah, interested. Longwood versus High Point. I do usually favor the team that plays the first game because they got a couple extra hours on rest, less than 24 hours on the turn.
Yeah. We lock battled Noah. Noah's not here. Family vacation. Something like that.
Beanick.
Something like that. But Beanick, I take it to the woodshed because Northern Iowa getting it done for us against Belmont. Let's go, Panthers. Me and Mac battled Noah. And we won. This was a good game though, man. All the games today are fucking awesome. What was your
It's got the day going. We had to go to Old Reliable to get us in the win column here because it started shitty.
Yeah, and then look, in the games I didn't bet, I was actually doing pretty fire too because Hampton won outright. We said play the money line. Of course, I didn't bet it because I'm a jackass. But Hampton gets it done at the buzzer pretty much against Elon, and the Pirates move on 56-55. This Pirates team, they're kind of hot down the stretch here. Your thought?
They gave up the game too. I mean, they fucking were. If they had blown a 4-point cover to fucking Elon with a 15-point lead, I was going to be in a dark place going into the evening, and it would have just been, fuck the beer. I'm going to just start drinking Jameson right away because this dark night's going dark. If they can't hold a 15-point lead against Elon, crazy. Crazy game.
Shout out to Cole who gave us $5. Bet Austin Peay and Stetson to win the Ace Sun because of y'all. Thank you. There we go. Why did I not bet this? Because it stunk. This I think I even said I would set the line at 7.5 on yesterday's show. Well, guess what? Mercer won by 8 against the Citadel. The line stunk. I know you bet the Citadel, but
yeah, and honestly, they played all right. They kept getting it down to 6 or 7, and they couldn't get over the hump. Mercer clearly better. I went with Courtney Love here. I went with Courtney Love on Hampton too. I went with the 2 Courtney Loves in the afternoon. Went 1-1. So,
well, this next game I will argue again. Let me just make sure I'm right here. So Akron was up 17 fucking points.
Oh my god!
And let me tell you, I felt great about this game. I did multiple shows today. They even asked me at halftime, would I buy a Western? I was like, no. It's like fucking Akron is playing for the championship, the 1 seed, the regular season championship. I cannot believe that now they lost to Eastern Michigan. Was it? No, was that? Wait, did they lose to EMU the game before? And then they gave up 60 in the second half. Waldo's liquor pitchers must have been flowing. I can't believe I'm wrong about this. I will die on this hill that was the right fucking side. You have a 16-point lead. And once again, I mean, this one is not as bad as the Radford one because the Radford one you're getting 10.5 or 10. This one, we were laying 7 or 7.5, whatever the fuck it was. but I still felt like they dominated this game
Unreal.
for about 45 minutes. I'm sorry, 25 minutes.
Yeah,
25 minutes. Yeah. Your thoughts on this one?
It's just unbelievable that they blew this game, and it wasn't like it was a January or February conference game where they blow a big lead to West Virginia. This was for the fucking league.
Yeah,
that's alarming. They're not. I don't think they're going to win the tournament. There's something wrong with that. When you
can't lose to two of the worst teams to close out the season.
Yeah.
When you're a senior-ridden team to win, this is their year to do it because Toledo's reloading, Kent State's reloading, and Toledo ends up winning the fucking regular season. We'll talk about that in a minute. But
something wrong with that locker room.
Yeah.
For that to happen. That doesn't happen when you have that much talent.
And by the way, Portland's on a 9-0 run, so I am going to fucking have a losing night more than likely. LMU, Kelly LePepe not playing after it was a game time decision. We hit on Charleston Southern against UNC Asheville. Asheville wins by 5. Pember goes for 24 and 15, I think it was. Didn't bet this game. Your thoughts?
I did. I bet Southern. Shit, they should have won. They led a majority of the second half. They shot 5 for 22 in the first half. Asheville lucky to get out of this one alive. Just like Gardner Webb here, we'll talk about here in a minute.
Oh my God.
God.
Next up, I did lock up Bowling Green to get it done against Ball State. They won by 10. There we go. I didn't lock this next game because I thought it stunk, but I took it correctly. Actually, I think so far every game that I did not bet, I think I've gotten correct. Ohio 72, Miami 59.
That line
I thought it stunk, so I stayed away. Of course, Ohio wins by 13. Your thoughts on the Bobcats as they get a huge win there, and really, I know we haven't gotten to a couple of the other MAC games, but so essentially in the MAC, you had Toledo win the thing. Akron's going to be the 2 seed. Ohio and Akron have the same record, but I think Akron's better in conference. What's the tiebreaker there? Yeah, better record overall. That's what it is. So they will get the 2 seed. Ohio will get the 3 seed. Central Michigan the 4, Bowling Green the 5. So Bowling Green actually solidified the 5 with that win. Your thoughts?
It's going to be entertaining as always. Could this be the year that Toledo finally gets over the hump? They've won it 4 straight years. How about that? They were not supposed to win it this year. The job that he did this year was easily coach of the year in the MAC. Although Barbie at Central Michigan has a case too.
He does. And look, I didn't bet this game, and I hit. Northern Illinois beat Buffalo. So far, every game I have not bet has hit.
How many
games is that? Hold on, let me count this.
I wish I had not bet.
Longwood, Winthrop, Hampton 2, Mercer 3, Charleston 4, Ohio 5, Northern Illinois 6. So I'm 6 for 6 on games I didn't bet. 6-0 on games I didn't bet. That's incredible. Buffalo's trash. All right. This Buffalo blue bullshit out of here.
I stopped betting them 2 weeks ago. I gave up. See you next year.
I thought I was doomed on this one. Doing the Sports Grid show today. It's a fun show. Check out Sports Grid. And load up on VCU in the points. I thought they were going to piss this away. We hit though double lock on VCU plus the points against Dayton.
They should have won, man. They gave this game away.
Dude, they almost didn't cover this fucking game.
I know. I was like, oh my God, are we really going to lose an 8.5 in fucking overtime? VCU looked good tonight though. I know they blew the game, but Dayton, that's such a hard place to play. Another 16-point lead. in the first half. What were they?
Yes,
23-7.
that's what I'm saying. I thought I was
The
doomed.
kiss of death. That is the kiss of death. I'm like, if I have a dog, man, I'm going to take the money line from here on out on the other side because they're always losing when you have a 15-point lead early.
Yeah. Of course, I bet Central Michigan. So this one needs to be flagged. Me and Joe were talking about this on the Sports Grid. I knew I was fucked. So I bet this last night, right? You know, the line went down 4 points overnight. Right? And so the first question I'm on the grid today, they asked me, is like the Temple, they asked me about the Temple situation. And then they said, can we flag this game, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan? Because why the hell is Eastern Michigan money coming in on Eastern Michigan when they're this bad? Right. And Central's this good. And then why would you have that big of a, move in the number? I bet CMU, it was already loaded. I was fucked, but I knew I was fucked before this game ever tipped. Central Michigan still manages to win in overtime, 65-62.
They were 24-7.
Yeah. 17 point
they
lead.
were 17 or 18 point lead in the first half, and then they just completely sold in the second half. They should have lost, like you said. But this isn't the first time that we've seen the multi line move. I mean, we talked about it. Howard earlier, or NC Central earlier in the week. Southeast Louisiana a couple weeks ago.
But if you've already bet that and you see it, you're just like, oh God. You're like, because you don't want to touch the games. I think when it hits that, you're just like, shout out to Jay Rader, $20. He gives us $20. Appreciate you. What a night after going 500 every day this week. You guys made me so much tonight that I got to leave work early, ride or die with you guys. Appreciate you, man. Look, and just so you know, like on the best of nights, I had a Saturday last year, not this year, where I started off 16-0, right? I hit 16 straight bets. And I ended up going like something like, I don't know, like 25 and 6 or something on the whole day. Right. But even with that, you have to know there's going to be days where you're going to lose. There's going to be days when you're going to lose. So if you're jumping into gambling and you not think you're going to have days where you lose, you're a fucking retard. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Central Michigan gets that win. But we cashed on Drake minus the big number. This Evansville bullshit out of here. Drake was rolling them. Your thoughts on this one?
Oh, they fucked them up. This was an easy one. Evansville off a nice fucking nice upset, playing a Drake team that's got to make a statement here. Every game that they play matters, and they got to keep winning. And they got one more for hopefully the showdown that everybody wants to see on Sunday. But they got a tough team to deal with tomorrow now.
I know, dude. It heats up tomorrow.
Man,
I know we said we gave this away as a fringe lock. Circle of Trust. I didn't bet this. I should have. I think you did. East Tennessee State drills VMI. Why did I not bet this? Why I told myself to bet it. I just didn't bet it.
VMI so bad, dude. They're so
they cover.
They even play hard. They just suck.
Dude, I'm actually realizing this. So this would be 8 for 8 on games I did not bet, right? I'm just realizing I didn't get a game wrong on my non-locks. I'm serious, because the LMU game, I have action on, and they're down 3. But I'm saying,
don't you love it?
I just went through. So 9, 10, 11. I went 11-0 on the games I didn't bet. Oh man, maybe I should jump off a fucking bridge. That's insane. That's insane. I just realized this now. I didn't realize this before the episode.
Bet them all. Bet them all, baby. That's what I do.
That's unfucking believable. Went 11-0 on the plays I didn't play. Maybe I shouldn't gamble. Maybe I shouldn't gamble.
There's gonna be so many bad beats between now and Selection Sunday. Bet them all.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tommy B.
Yeah, Tommy B, you're the fucking man. $20. We're at a bar. You guys are on the big screen. Doors are locked. Bucks for clear gambling wins coming in. Hey, where are you located, Tommy B? This is the second time you guys have done this. I am grateful, and I gotta stop by this fucking bar sometime. What do you own a bar? You bartend? Where are you located, man? Yeah. Let me read an ad here before I talk about the rest of our day. But I want to tell you folks out there, the college basketball experience is brought to you by Cut. Cut is a peer-to-peer social betting platform that's US based and available in 40 different states. P2P social betting is a new and better way to bet. Bet directly against your friends or other users on sports, politics, pop culture, and other events with verifiable outcomes. Cut offers lower vig and fully customizable odds. You can create your own bets. Cut handles the payment side of things too, so you never have to chase down old Tommy in the streets. What are you doing, folks? Download the Cut app today or go to cut.com. That's KUTT.com. Use that promo code SGPN for a 10% deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. It's also the fastest growing fantasy app in the industry. Pick whether your favorite player will have a higher or lower stat total on this week's game for a chance to win big. You can win up to 100 times the amount of money you enter in a single night. Pick between 2 and 5 players to build your pick'em entry. Sign up today with the promo code SGPN and get your first deposit doubled up to $100 as well as an instant pick'em special. Visit UnderdogFantasy.com or find them in the App Store. Don't forget to register with the promo code SGPN to get your first deposit doubled up to $100 as well as an instant pick'em special. And just so you know, right now we have that. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com right now, and I'm going to hit you with a couple. We're going to throw this out here. Do you like Joel Soriano over 12.5, or I'm sorry, higher or lower than 12.5 points against Georgetown tomorrow?
Let's go higher. Let's go higher against senior day against the Hoyas.
I'll take the higher there. And then what about the likes of, where should we go? How about... No, I don't want. How about Max Asmus, higher or lower at 17.5 points?
I'll go lower because he made every goddamn shot on Monday night. I think he comes back a little bit here. And I think this is going to be a drag it in the mud game. Oklahoma, Texas, one last time in the Big 12.
There you go. I just put this entry in. $100 makes $300. Let's fire away. Hop on over there, folks. And also, I want to tell the good people out there that right now it's not only March Madness, it's Merch Madness. 15% off everything in the merch store. Promo code Madness. We got the Pick Dundee t-shirts. We got the Eat Shit Pit t-shirts. We got the Storm the Court t-shirts, brand new. How about the We Believe ECU shirts? Get on over there, folks. 15% off everything in the store with the promo code Madness. All right, we are back on the college basketball experience, talking through the rest of our action. I did load up. I think we had a little battle here. Toledo 86, Kent State 71. Rockets, you just said it's supposed to be a rebuilding year. They win the MAC regular season championship. Now, can they make it to the dance is the big question. Your thoughts here?
Yeah, so they took care of business, a young team, when the old team Akron couldn't. Tip of the cap, man, to Toledo and that program that they run there. Like you said, they've won, 4 straight MAC regular season titles. They have not been able to get over the hump. But Kolakowski, I think this could be the year. I hope it is. I hope that they win it. I mean, when you win 4 straight regular seasons, I want you to get in the dance at least once.
Yeah. That's fair. I did bet Gardner Webb. I flew solo on this, and woo, this game. First off, Gardner Webb has a 2-point lead with 15 seconds left, 20 seconds left. Mm-hmm. They get fat. They get the rebound, get fouled. At this point I was on VSiN. So I have to, they asked me a question, so I have to focus on the camera, and I don't know what happens, but I'm thinking it's going to be 4. Like they're going to make at least 3 or 4. And next thing I know, Presbyterian has a 1-point lead. So I'm assuming they missed the free throws, and then Presbyterian hit a 3. And then Gardner Webb drives to the lane with about 2 or 3 seconds left. Man, that was a tough. It's a tough way to lose your season, man. Oh man, I don't know that you can call that, man. I mean, I guess you have to, but I'm like, that was incidental, man. That was incidental. He was not trying. Yeah. I like, you got to feel horrible for that player, horrible for the team. And what you think the ref should just let that go? But cause I think in real time, it looks, because he trips, it looks like a block, right?
Yeah.
And then you look on replay and you go, whoo, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a hard time really blaming the ref, because in real time, I was like, oh, it's a block. And then on replay, I was like, man, I don't know about this shit, but I have a future on Gardner Webb. So I'm glad it happened, but man, I pissed away $100. I'm just glad the future survived. Your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I gave out Presbyterian as a fringe lock last night, and I ended up betting them. They were the right side the entire. They led the entire game, and you're killing yourself if you're the Blue Hose, man. They gave that game away, man. Some of these dogs, it kills you to watch your heart season breaks, end. It's like, God, you guys controlled the game the entire way.
Yeah. Of course, this is one of the undefeated plays. I did not bet on this game, but of course I took Oral Roberts, and Oral Roberts destroyed South Dakota. Part of my undefeated non-bets. Your thoughts on this one?
Hey, Bob Roberts, all of a sudden, they got a little mojo going to South Dakota State. They've been due for about 2 months. I put a little bit on Bob Roberts. I wanted some action. I was like, come on, there's so many, there's not that many games.
I then loaded up on Western Illinois. I think we both did. They got their ass kicked. Little cock.
Dude, they're fucking rolling.
Yeah.
Darryl Walker.
And
shout out to
dude, I like Darryl Walker. Just I didn't like him from a gambling point of view. Then finally we struck a little gold. The Tulane Green Wave got it done for us.
It's easy to see a tide turn.
Double lock on Elrod Hunter. Battlefield Earth there in New Orleans. What's your thoughts on this one? They needed this one, man.
Oh fuck! If they didn't win this one, I don't know when the hell else they're ever gonna win. So good win for them. We probably should fade them in the tourney now.
Yes.
We
also loaded up on Steve Lavin and San Diego. This line crept up, man. I was on Sports Grid. Dude, this line crept up. This thing closed. This went higher. This was at like 5 when I was on Sports Grid, like an hour before the game or two. I still, I didn't get the best of that number, but I did take it on the money line. And then we double locked the Bradley Braves against UIC. First half was a little dicey. Then boom, they busted open the floodgates. 74-47. The Bradley Braves take care of business.
Never in doubt.
And then the nightcap, Boise State. This game was awesome. Unreal. I know I lost money on this. Mountain West is so fucking fun to watch. This game was awesome. It's an awesome game to watch. I mean, terrible for someone that bet on San Diego State because he did blow a 10-point second half lead, but it was still a very fun game. I ate shit here. Your thoughts?
Same. I thought we had it again, just like we did against Colorado State, where we were down at the half. We got the momentum. But San Diego State, they struggle to score in the half court. I mean, they always have. It's literally the same identity of every fucking team. I know one jackass saying it's not the same team. It's the same identity. It's the exact same identity.
Honestly, the whole team minus Matt Bradley and Johnson, who transferred to Arizona.
Yeah, it's.
Do you want me? Do you
the same fucking team? They've been on the other end of some of the close games. They won all the close games last year. Yes. Now they're losing close games. They almost won in Vegas.
And there's a target on your back. Yeah. There's a target. You made the national championship. Jaden Leday, Reese Waters, Micah Parrish, Lamont Butler, Darian Tramble. All these guys were on the fucking team last year. And that's off the top of my head. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I don't know, you're delusional if you think otherwise. And then, I think you covered with this one. I didn't bet this game, but Morehead State 84, UT Martin 78.
Nice dunk.
Oh man, actually, now that I think, I wonder what. But my future, I took Morehead. Who else did I take? I took 2 teams.
Did you take Western Illinois?
I did, and that got cooked. Yeah.
But
yeah,
fuck you to us,
dude. UT Martin was up a lot of the game.
I know. Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I almost was not going to cover this game. They led for about 20, 25 minutes, and then they Morehead's the best team. I think we all agreed on that all year long. From a talent perspective, they made enough plays down the stretch, and I'll tell you what, man, I'm interested to see how them and Little Rock match up tomorrow for the championship game in the OVC.
Yeah.
They got to get a smaller arena, by the way, for those games. They got to go. They got to go to campuses there. Because when we were in that tournament at Austin Peay, we were in with Murray, and they had John Morant, and so John Morant would sell out the fucking place. There's no John Morant in there, so there's nobody at these games. They got to go to campuses, in my opinion.
Yeah. Wait, so this is hilarious because Daniel says yes, no Johnson, no Bradley, no Mensa. Mensa is actually a bigger piece than you realize, but I would actually argue that they're better without Bradley. Bradley was a guy who shot, to me, he made some clutch free throws, but he was, to me, a reckless scorer for them. Like he would go like, "Hey, I'm 5 of 21, but hey, I led the team in shooting tonight." So I would push back on the Bradley thing. Anyway, shout out to Morehead State for getting it done.
They had to bench him in some of the big games because he was a liability.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
fuck out of here. And I would argue that Mensa is accurate, but and Johnson too. And I couldn't believe Johnson transferred to Arizona, but also all those guys that I talked about are a year older. That experience, does something. Now the difference really is you have a target on your back, and you won a shit ton of close games last year, a shit ton of them. And then we just what
about Reese Waters? I mean, they added him. He wasn't on the team. They added pieces too.
Yeah,
they're really good. They've lost some close games. They didn't lose any close games last year. You look at their losses: 4 to UNLV, 2 to Boise, 5 at Utah State, in overtime against Nevada, 1 point at Boise, and then 6 at Grand Canyon. And at BYU, a game that they led in the second half. They've lost close games this year. Sometimes you're on the short end of that.
And I think that's natural when you go to the national, when you have a season like they had, you probably don't work as hard. It's just a natural thing. That's why you hardly see teams repeat. You know what I mean? It's just natural. Now I know we say all this and we took San Diego State, but that's because they haven't lost at home this year.
Yes.
We lost on Loyola Marymount against Portland. Down the stretch, Portland made great adjustments from what I could tell. And LMU sums up their whole season. They blow a 7-8 point lead. And no Kelly LePepe, and we eat shit there.
Yeah.
I have a losing night because of that.
I'm glad that they're done. I'm tired of them.
Yeah.
They were one of my least favorite teams this year.
They were fucking annoying. I just was saying this off air before we went live.
Yeah.
And they actually still had a little bit of a lead. I was like, man, this LMU team, I think actually has more talent than last year's LMU team. It just, they couldn't get it together. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe a coaching change. I don't know. Either way, let's get to game balls. Top game ball for you, Mac. Where are you going?
Boise. They won at San Diego State. Although everybody acts like San Diego State sucks. It was the easiest play ever to take Boise. Boise gives San Diego State their first loss on senior day. Great win, Boise. They've won 6 out of 7 against them now.
Yeah. And Kel says San Diego State meets the right team in the round of 64. They're gone easy. Yeah. I mean, that could have happened last year too, though, man.
Yeah. Charleston almost got him.
That's Charleston. it's always razor thin in this shit. You know what I mean? Florida Atlantic should have lost to Memphis last year. Memphis had a 1-point lead and the ball with 7 seconds left in the opening round.
Yeah.
You know, like it would not shock me one bit if San Diego State lost in the first round, but it also wouldn't shock me if they were in the Elite Eight. So I kind of would bet against it because they had that much luck last year. You go back to the Creighton game, you know, you go back to, there was a lot of close games there that they got the edge on.
FAU in the Final Four, the fucking buzzer.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying there was a lot of close games. They somehow stole. Top game ball for me, I will say Toledo. You weren't supposed to win the MAC this year. The fuck?
Yeah.
That's impressive to me. It's really impressive. Drill your rival Kent State. Game ball. Where's your second game ball?
Western Michigan. How the fuck did they come back and beat Akron?
To make sure in my face. Pissed in my absolute face.
Like, what the fuck is going on? I'm glad I didn't bet that game, but holy fuck.
Second game ball for me. You know, it's actually kind of hard tonight because some of the teams, I'll say High Point. You got tested. You're down 16, 17 points early on, and you storm back at home. You don't embarrass that crowd, or you don't embarrass yourself in front of that crowd. High Point deserves a game ball. Where's your third game ball? Where are you going?
Final game ball. Let's go to Little Rock. They were the 1 seed, and they fucking said "fuck you" to anybody like us that criticized them of being a potential fraudulent 1 seed.
Yeah,
now it means we probably take Moorhead tomorrow, but we'll get to that game.
Yeah, and by the way, this isn't just San Diego State. This is the history of the NCAA tournament. Remember, Florida won the national championship. They should have lost to Butler in the opening round. You remember that shit? Mike Miller had to hit the game winner.
Every team that wins, honestly, outside of maybe UConn last year. UConn was such an outlier, although everybody forgets. Patino and Iona had UConn down at the half. In the first game. But then they rallied, and then they caught their mojo, and they blew everybody out. I think St. Mary's was in a tight game, maybe at halftime, but UConn is an outlier of what it takes to win 6 straight games.
Yeah, every once in a while you see just a team like that. One of the Kentucky teams, I feel like under Patino did that shit, but it's very rare.
Colby, my Final 4 year in South Carolina, we were down 15-0 to Marquette to start the game. They were kicking our fucking ass. I'm like, oh, this season was fun. And then we stormed back and win by 20. And then we beat Duke. And then Florida and Baylor. It's
Mike, how about this? The Rip Hamilton shot for UConn in 99. And then, that was an amazing, like Washington with Todd McCullough, if memory serves me correct, should have won that game. Yeah. I mean, that's just what happens every year. My final game ball will actually go to Longwood. I took Longwood. It was either Longwood or Northern Iowa, but I thought Northern Iowa should have won this game. I thought they were going to win this game. Longwood, I took Longwood, but I was unsure. I was like, this is a game. That's why I didn't bet this game, of course. That's a big win. And it was impressive to me. It was impressive how they won that game. So final game ball to the Lancers. Let's pick some games. This tomorrow's slate shorter, but fucking fantastic. If you're wondering, when we're going to pick games, it's going to be right now. But before we do that, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Manscaped. Top of the morning to you. This episode is brought to you by St. Patrick's Day Shamrock Shavers Manscaped. Moneyline Max wearing the Manscaped t-shirt too. Look at that. He's going to fill up a cocktail, but don't worry. He's wearing a Manscaped company guy. He is. This year, don't just chase rainbows. Make your own pot of gold and groom your little leprechaun with the leaders in below the kilt care. Say goodbye to your clover forest with Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. And let your confidence shine bright. Embrace the luck of the Irish and join 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com. Use that promo code SGPN for 20% off plus free shipping. And I gotta be honest, ever since I've Manscaped, I can proudly say I've found my pot of gold at the old end of the rainbow. So what are you doing, folks? Meet your new lucky charm for St. Patrick's Day. The Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. The trimmer comes with 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, one for a classic trim, and a new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. Equipped with dual LED spotlights. Navigate your Shamrock patch in peace. If you're worried you'll make a mess, fear not. Get yourself around some water. You know what I mean? Find a creek, a canal, some shit like that. Shower or a waterfall by chance. It's going to be fine. It's not going to hurt you. It works better in water, as a matter of fact. So hop on over there. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off shipping with the promo code SGPN at manscaped.com. This St. Patrick's Day, make your little hairy leprechaun luckier than ever with Manscaped. We're also brought to you by Champs. Champs is hosting a free March Madness bracket contest for a chance to win $1,000. Plus, if you host your own March Madness pool on there, Champs will give you an extra free entry into that $1,000 bracket. Or bracket contest, I should say. Tiebreakers are determined by who enters first. So what the fuck are you doing? You better get in there now. Head to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/champs. We're also brought to you by Hall of Fame Bets. Win bigger by betting smarter this NBA season with Hall of Fame Bets, a sports betting analytics platform for parlays, player props, and game lines. Research every NBA and soccer bet with historical stats and data. Stop betting in the dark and join over 30,000 users researching with Hall of Fame Bets, a craft more intelligent, data-driven parlays. Download the Hall of Fame Bets app or visit hofbets.com. Use that promo code SGPN to get 50% off your first month today. Start research and start winning with Hall of Fame Bets. Oh man, tomorrow's slate starting off with a banger. Well, if it was 1988, because Georgetown's going to St. John's. St. John's laying 20.5 points. Unbelievable.
All right, so talk about some line move. I mean, this thing is steaming up.
I'm taking Georgetown. I can't lay 20.5. I can't lay 20.5. Give me the Hoyas. No bet. What are you doing?
Yes, I do agree. Well, it's actually tempting to take Georgetown. I'm not going to lie to you because
St. John's shouldn't be favored by 20.5 against most teams.
Well, yeah, and they just played 2 weeks ago, and it was a 5-point game.
Yeah,
and St. John's is also coming off a 40-point win against DePaul. They've won 4 in a row, and they're going to beat Georgetown by 20 plus now. I know they're playing better, but fucking
let's take it. Let's take it. Give me the Hoyas plus 20.5. All right, Cooley, don't fuck this up for us. The Brown guys. Brown is at Yale. Yale's laying 12.5. Oof. I'll take the points, but no bet. What are you doing here?
No bet for me either. Give me the Brown guys. Give me the Brown guys.
Arkansas heads to Alabama. Man, I want to take Arkansas so bad because I think they're going to cover this. I think they can.
Or they're going to.
Damn it, Bama's lost 2 in a row, so I feel like style points are mattering here. I'm still taking the fucking points. No bet. What are you doing here?
I will say, just looking back on history, they have kept it close other than 2021 where Alabama won by 30. Is this not, I mean, isn't Bama such a high variance team where we think they're going to win by 30 here?
Oh, yeah, they definitely could. That's why I'm staying away. The fact they're on 2 losses in a row, I could see them winning by 30. But I also think Arkansas is way better than their record. Like, as far as they can get up, the points that the system is giving you, 15.5. I get it. Arkansas has not been good this year. I'm not saying they're a good team, but when you look at their roster, there is very talented players. So there's a reason why they were winning at Kentucky majority of that game.
Yep.
So I'll take Arkansas, but no bet.
I'll side with you. No bet.
But I do have a bet in Del Boca Vista, the old folks home. Memphis at Florida Atlantic. This game's awesome tomorrow. Florida Atlantic's laying. Let me just make sure this hasn't moved. 7.5 is what 7 or 7.5.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the 7.5 because I'm taking Memphis and I will lock it up. Memphis can go toe to toe for them. With them. This is on CBS, by the way, nationally televised. I don't think it's crazy to take the plus 250. I kind of think FAU will win the game in a close one, but I'm taking the fucking 7.5. What are you doing here?
I'm going to lock battle you. I think this is the FAU remember us statement game. We're pretty fucking good too. Memphis got lucky in that comeback the other day.
Lucky. FAU got lucky to win last year. You want to? You can't mention luck in this fucking game.
It's a revenge from 2 weeks ago. FAU better guards. Let's go.
Let's do battle. Dundee riding the Tigers. Mac flying with the Owls. Let's go. Campbell is getting 5.5 against Monmouth. This is a tournament game there in the CAA, and I'm intrigued by this game because look, mid-season I was high on Monmouth to be like a dog in this tournament. They did not end the season well to me.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna go Monmouth. No lock. What are you doing here?
No lock either. If anything, I wanted to go Campbell. But I think Monmouth, maybe a reset here is better. So I will end up coming back to Monmouth. But I'm not betting this game.
Lemoyne is getting 7.5 at Merrimack. Fuck you. I am jumping in on them Dolphins plus 7.5. Sprinkle a little bit of that money line. What are you doing here?
Absolutely. They got nothing to lose, man. We saw this last year with Merrimack. Now it's Lemoyne. Let's go.
Let's fucking go. This game, Longwood, High Point. Do we have a line on this one yet? They've been holding back on these lines. Damn it, I don't see it.
I don't see anything. If anybody sees High Point, Longwood,
let us know. Yeah.
Gardner Webb versus Asheville.
This game's awesome.
We're gonna have to check the picks page. This is a picks page plug for us.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
No, minus 6.5 on FanDuel. Really, High Point minus 6.5. I'm taking Longwood. You could talk me into locking it up. Oh, that's KenPom. No, or is that a real FanDuel? They say FanDuel. It's High Point minus 6.5. I'm on Longwood. That crowd is concerning, but I think Longwood can stay in this game.
I thought this number would be smaller. I'm locking High Point. Continue the momentum of that second half. They roll tomorrow. They got their gimmick out of the way. High Point, lay it.
Moneyline Mac locking up a High Point. What are they again? Why am I drawing a blank on them? The Panthers. Mercer is taking on Sanford. What could go wrong here? Do we have a line on this one? I don't see this.
No.
Do you?
Yeah, because they just got done playing too. Sanford, I mean, on KenPom, it's 10.
So
I think we want to take Sanford in this spot.
Because the revenge angle?
And they played it this game's at noon, right?
Yeah.
They just played a night game. They tipped the game at 5:00 at night. And Sanford
sometimes I think that's good for you though. You don't think about it too much.
Sanford presses. That's my whole thing.
I'm going to take Mercer in the points. No bet.
Is there any line out there?
No, I don't see anyone talking about it there.
Check the picks page.
Yeah, depending on what that number is. St. Louis is heading to Bonaventure, New York. The Bonnies are laying 12.5. How many times I got to do this? Shout out to the fan that sent me a bobblehead for sale. Didn't actually send me the bobblehead of Travis Ford. And they said this would be perfect for your shelves, your crooked shelves, which are not crooked. All right, Donaldson. Yeah. Give me St. Louis in the points. What are you doing here?
Same. I mean, I don't want to trust fucking Travis Ford. I hate the guy. I can't stand watching him coach in his team. So
I just think they're talented guys. The Rage Child says, I chugged a big gulp full of whiskey and Coke before my son and I went to see Bluey live. And it was a fucking blast. Felt like I saw the Beatles. We were going hard in the paint. The Rage Child's slowly becoming one of my favorite people in the chat. I know Coke Booger's great. You know, there's some great names out there. Biggest scumbag. You know, there's just some great. I mean, there's the usual great people. You know what I mean? There's the great people in there, but I always like a fucking hilarious name. Georgia Southern's catching 13.5 against App State. Dude, we got to lock up Georgia Southern.
Yes. Yes.
This is a rivalry game. We hit on this when it was in Boone. You remember this?
Both
in
games
Boone?
were within 10 points when
yes,
these two
it's
played.
a fucking long old school rivalry. Give me Southern plus 13.5. Let's go.
Easy. Go.
App will win the game, I think.
It'll probably be similar to High
It is
Point.
a tricky. If you're an App fan, you'd rather not. If I was an App fan, I'd rather get somebody else besides Southern because you know this will make their whole season. This will make their whole fucking season.
And Georgia Southern's gotten better throughout conference play.
Yeah, double lock that fucking thing. Let's go. Davidson is getting 4.5 at St. Joe's. I'm going to lay the 4.5 with St. Joe's, and I could be talking to a lock here.
I thought this line stunk, so I stayed away. I took St. Joe's because of their athleticism, but I don't trust St. Joe's either laying numbers.
Western Kentucky heads to the Flamin' Libs. Flamin' Libs are laying 5.5. All right, you might be able to sell me on the Flamin' Libs here.
This is a spot for the Libs, I think.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Western Kentucky's not the same team away from home. Liberty's lost 4 out of 5 coming back for senior night. Only one of them was a home loss. Let's go, Liberty. Blowout spot.
Give me them Flamin' Libs minus 5.5. Greg's locking Western Kentucky.
Not on the road.
Sienna's getting 14.5 at Iona. I'll take the points. No bet. What are you doing here?
I will. Why is this line so big? I'll take the points too.
Rhode Island is at Fordham. Fordham's laying 7.5. You know what? Give me Fordham. Fuck this Rhode Island team.
I want to lock Fordham. I think this is a smash spot. A Ramid smash spot against the other Ramid team. They lost to UMass and St. Joe's on the road, coming back home. I'm with you. I think Rhode Island's fucking trash.
All right, let's do it.
Let's go.
Fordham minus the points.
Blowout.
Oh, we got the Red River shootout on the hardwood. Oklahoma at Texas. Texas. This line's come down. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. Let me just double check this.
I am seeing over at
5.5. Huh. This came down 1.5.
Yep.
Interesting.
Texas won in Norman first game.
I'm going to take Texas minus 5.5. Surprised about that line movement. So Jason's seeing a 4.5 out there too. That makes me more concerned. When it was 7, I was like liking Texas more. I'm still taking Texas. And I could be talking to a lock here. What are you doing here?
Not for me. Boomer Sooner. Lock it up. I think they're going to win the game. Revenge. They split. Texas has a home.
I just
favorite.
don't think Oklahoma has a good enough team. Like I think Texas team is so much better.
They almost won there last year with a way less talented roster against Texas' loaded team. I like Oklahoma to keep this thing close, have a chance to win outright. They've weirdly been better away from home.
Yeah, I need to know the status of Disu. I'm not going to lock it, but Moneyline Mag is lock it up. The Sooners plus 5.5 in Austin. I might battle you. Check the picks page. I might bet that. Niagara is getting 4.5 at Marist. This not road Niagara bullshit out of here. Marist is winning this game. Lay the 4.5. I mean, I feel decent about that, but
no, Niagara is like the greatest team ever on the road. Remember,
Marist is the greatest team at home, though. They suck on the road.
Collision course.
Yeah,
give me Niagara. Give me Niagara.
I will say the 4.5 is tricky. I feel like this line should be like 3. So I'm like, man, could they get that? Give me Marist. Quinnipiac, the Aqueduct is heading to St. Peter's. St. Peter's laying 1.5. I think we should lock up St. Peter's.
What's the I need to get a MAAC standings because we're not.
No, Quinnipiac just got a share of the championship the other night.
Yeah, but where is St. Peter's? Aren't they 1 back? No, they're 2 back. Damn. They're 2
but they
back.
don't want to fall to 3 because if Ryder wins.
Yeah, we should lock St. Peter's.
Yeah, let's go.
This fucking Quinnipiac.
Peacocks -1.5. Let's go.
They are going to get bounced so early in that tournament. Can't wait.
West Virginia's at Cincinnati, the Huggins Bowl.
I don't even want to watch this game.
I'm on Cincinnati minus. No, actually, give me West Virginia plus 11.5.
Same. I'm not betting this. I'll watch it because I'm obligated to, but I've checked out on my Mountaineers this year.
Texas A&M is getting 1.5 at Ole Miss. I will take Texas A&M. You can talk me into a lock here.
I think we should. They gave away the game in College Station. They've won 2 in a row. I think they found themselves. They get back to 500 here. And then I think they go on another SEC tournament run. Give me the Aggies way better than Ole Miss.
Double lock. Let's go. Pure Ruckus TV saying drinking with you guys tonight. Woodford Reserve taking a shot for Noah's soon to be Vegas. Well, we'll just call that, are you at all terrified that,
no shows?
Well, that Noah would be listening to this on the car ride home with his family.
Hopefully not.
I don't care. I can just picture his mom. Well, I'm like, hey, you fucking jackass. I'm like his mom.
Shit,
yeah, it's like, we're gonna get you 3 prostitutes. Don't you worry. And then I'm like, wait a second, this guy's on a family fucking vacation.
Yeah.
But then again, you gotta be special to put us on when you have a sister and a mom in the car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a family show. I mean, it can be.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I've been paranoid. The other day I was thinking, he was driving down there and texting me saying he was listening to it in the car. And I was like,
hopefully you have headphones.
Fuck. Yeah. I was like, man, why are you working with that trashy Dundee guy talking about eating ass? Hey, there we go. My wife really enjoys the show in the car. She's a really big Colby fan. Hey, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about here. Yeah, shout out to White Tiger. He's got family values.
And the people.
Pure Ruckus TV is great. Cornell's laying 5.5 at Columbia.
I saw this one. I was like, God, not again. I can't do these Ivy games. I'm ready for the Ivy League to be over.
Wait a second here. This is already Cornell's 1 game back from Yale and Princeton right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we got to take Cornell here, right?
How have these teams done though in these scenarios where they got to win? Like Akron tonight.
Shout out to our right, gives us $10. People think y'all do lines and drink scotch while making picks. Yeah, I mean that's what's hilarious. Remember, I saw someone comment on your page, Mac. If these idiots would stop drinking so much, they'd pick the winners.
She like my comment back. There's a 0% chance that's gonna happen. That you can fucking kiss my motherfucking ass.
Just ridiculous.
Get a life. Go get laid or something. Jesus.
I mean, they don't say that when we fucking kick ass. I mean, shit. There's been times on this show I don't even remember. Like, not as much this year. Years past, shit. There's times I black out drunk. And you have a winning night and you're like, huh? I bet this last night. I didn't remember betting this.
Some of those Saturday morning shows when we did it till 6 a.m. Eastern. By the way, if anybody else has a show that goes till 6 a.m. Eastern on Saturdays, let me know because I haven't seen it. So I want to have a fucking cocktail or two. After watching 13 hours of college basketball, I'm gonna have a motherfucking cocktail. So if you don't like it, you can fucking go kick rocks.
We're gonna be dead. Why people just come up with stupid fucking reasons to bitch?
Pussy ass society.
Who wants to spend their seconds talking? I mean, I like talking shit to people, but I mean, at least be cool when you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? At least be cool.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just hilarious. But I think I'm gonna bet Cornell. I'm gonna take Cornell -5.5 at Columbia. And for that, I'll have a fucking drink.
It probably was a Cornell grad that probably tweeted that shit at us.
Yeah. Have a fucking drink. You're going to be dead in 100 years. Think about that. Probably less. Enjoy the perks of fucking life. I'm so sick of people. Oh, my God. This guy was drinking on the show last night. George Washington.
I still have not met an individual that has made it out of life undefeated. So if anybody sees somebody that made it out undefeated other than God,
take a second and appreciate. Yeah, appreciate it. Even when you lose a bet. Yeah, look, I'll be the first to bitch if you catch me at the wrong time, like that fucking Pepperdine game yesterday. So 2 days ago, if you're listening to this in the morning, when I bought +50 or 49.5, I think it was. I mean, I was very, very upset for a minute there. Very upset. I understand, and I forgive anyone that just leaves us a 1-star or whatever. Talk shit to us because, I mean, what are we doing here? But at the same time, enjoy like we lost that the opener, the High Point game. I pissed away money. That sucked. Yeah. But I also found it funny. I also was like, this is hilarious. High Point can't miss a fucking shot right now. You know what I mean? You got to just appreciate the fucking day. If you're betting with all of your, like, if you are betting and you only have $100 in your bank account, you shouldn't probably be betting. All right. Just going to say that. All right. And I love it. Because your balls to the wall, but don't come in bitching then. Because I do love it. I can respect you saying I'm going to take my entire bank account and bet it on this fucking game. But don't come in bitching. Not even right after, because it's like, dude, it's on you. Better have some good friends.
If you don't win, you better go DoorDash for a couple hours so you can bet it again.
Yeah.
Get a couple bucks
just
in the
sit
account.
There, enjoy enjoy that you're broke. Enjoy that you pissed away all your money. You went for a ride. That's what really happened.
Yeah.
What happens when you go to the amusement park with your old Rebecca? All right. You go out there, you're trying to look, most of these youngsters out there trying to chase scattered ass. Gonna take her on a roller coaster, show her your balls to the wall, right? But you're paying for all this shit. Now you're gonna get at the end as a kiss.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll see her the next time. I don't know. She probably got 10 guys taking her to fucking all these places, right? So just bet on a game. You're gonna piss away that money anyway. She wants the big fucking stuffed animal. You're gonna get her the big fucking stuffed animal. You know what I mean? You're gonna get her the cotton candy that's completely fucking overpriced. Takes like you can make that cotton candy for like 3 cents, and you're gonna pay like $17 for that fucking cotton candy, right? So just bet on that game. If you lose, just say, hey, all right, fuck Rebecca. All right.
Go do a couple deliveries. Go to McDonald's, Taco Bell, deliver some people's food, and then boom, you'll have $50, $100 again and double down. And you're.
But if you win,
You keep riding.
If you win, Rebecca's going to be a hell of a lot more interested in you because guess what? You're going to have a new fucking shirt, a new hat, a pep in your step. You're going to be buying her 2 stuffed animals and a fucking blue Slurpee. All right. You're going to have all that good shit going. And that is life, my friends. That is life. That is why you subscribe to the College Basketball Experience because God damn it, I feel like I was a preacher in my last life. All right. We can get there. George Washington, they should be called the Colonials. They're a bunch of bitches. I will bitch about them. They are still the Colonials over here. They are at Duquesne. Duquesne's laying 11.5. It's a big ass number.
We should bet Duquesne.
It's a big ass number.
G-Dub finally won.
I took G-Dub the other day. I'll take G-Dub again plus the points just because I don't. What is Duquesne? Is Duquesne playing for something here? What's the angle here? Let me load up those A10 standings.
They're not, and they're off back-to-back road wins at Mason and VCU. Actually, they're as hot as anybody in the A10.
But why? There's no real reason to. Well, actually, no. They are playing because them and St. Bonaventure are jockeying for positioning. All right, you switch my pick back. Give me Duquesne.
You can't take the Colonials.
I mean, I took him the other night and it hit, but yeah. There we go.
Yep.
Yes. Shout out to the Colonials. Farmageddon on the hardwood tomorrow. I'm excited. Let's talk about this for a second. I was on the grid. They're asking me about this. I was like, isn't tomorrow awesome in a way? Cause you got these playoff games really with like Villanova, right? Villanova could essentially get to the NCAA tournament if they beat Creighton tomorrow, which we'll get to that game. If Providence beats UConn, if New Mexico beats Utah State, right? There's a few other ones. Kansas State, if they beat the number 6 team in the country, they might not be far away from making the NCAA tournament. They'd still need a couple wins, I think, in the Big 12.
Yeah, they may have to win it. But you're right. I mean, they have a chance to play spoiler here.
Yeah.
Big time spoiler.
And I mean, I can't help but notice Virgil talking about Event Horizon. Great fucking movie. We'll go back to sci-fi movies. I know I'm supposed to be talking about Farmageddon here. Event Horizon's fun. That's a fun one. If you haven't seen Event Horizon, folks, I would watch all these movies after March Madness. As far as like, so maybe you throw it on in April 10th. You just load up on Event Horizon and hit me up. I'll give you some more. Kansas State's going to win tomorrow.
I think so too.
I'm locking it up. Give me the Wildcats plus 3.5.
Farmageddon.
Ride that money line. Yes.
Dude, these games are always crazy, man. They were in the game in Ames a couple weeks ago until the very, very end. I know Iowa State's great. I said the other night that they could go to the Final Four, but not to say that they're due for a loss. They have been winning road game after road game after road game. I think tomorrow's the spot. Give me K-State, senior day. That place can be fucking going crazy against Farmageddon. Let's go. Wow.
Double lock on K-State. Let's go. Give me this tequila I'm drinking here. So I foolishly went out to go buy a bottle of tequila. Well, I didn't go out to get it. I was at the grocery store and I said, hey, I should drink tequila tonight. But I didn't buy I was gonna make margaritas. I just figured I would have some margarita mix at the house, which I didn't. Well, I technically did, but like Patty C brought some shitty margarita mix a long time ago over to the house, and I just let it sit there because I don't really fuck with that. Normally, I like a fresh squeeze. I bartended for a long time back in the day, and I assumed I had some lemons, limes really in the house. I only had 2, so a big fail by me. So I'm basically drinking tequila with and even worse is I didn't even have sugar. Thought I had sugar. Now I had a little bit of brown sugar that I threw in there in my first drink, but I'm working with a very lazy slate today as far as alcohol. It's just tequila with a tiny bit of a squeeze of a lemon or lime. So shout out to you folks out there. because this by the time this show ends, I might be saying some ridiculous shit. Scott G, how much is tequila in Malibu? I don't live in Malibu. I live in Santa Monica, but I mean, it's still expensive in Santa Monica, but I wish I lived in Malibu. Not sort of. Yeah. I want like a beach house in Malibu. I had a buddy, rent one time and we all partied out there. I've been to a couple other parties that were like right on the water. It's awesome, but it's also like, you know, you get all those rich bitches. You know what I mean? Can't bring your dog in a restaurant. Someone gets fucking insane, goes insane. What is that dog doing in the restaurant? It's like, chill out. It's a fucking Starbucks. It's a fucking Starbucks. Shut the fuck up. All right. He's not He's not looking for a job here. All right.
And you wonder why I don't bet on the Ivy.
Yeah. Yeah. Maine is catching 5.5 at Bryant. I don't know what to do here, man. Bryant's been a fucking roller coaster. I took Maine. I don't feel good at all.
I think Maine's gonna win, man. I think Maine pulls the upset.
Because Martelli's not their guy long term. I don't think they're gonna hire somebody.
You want a ballsy bet? I'm gonna lock up Maine to pull off the upset here.
Well, they're
looking ahead. They're looking ahead to UMass Lowell and Vermont. I think Maine has actually been a thorn.
All right, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
I like this angle.
They won 4 to 5 down the stretch.
Always fade the institution for firing the coach with the 8-ball and the co-ed. All right.
They split the season series. They lost by 5 on the road. Maine's gonna win. I think so. Let's go.
Let's go, Black Bears. Wagner's taking on Central Connecticut State. Do you see a line on this? Why do I not see the line on this one?
Give me Wagner. Fuck Central Connecticut.
7. Wagner's getting 7. Yeah, I'll take a 7. Why is that so much?
I will say Central Connecticut got their scare out of the way, though. St. Francis almost beat their ass the other night. That was a 3-point game with 2 minutes left.
But look, you got to take the points.
I'm going to take Central Connecticut. I think it's telling you to take the Blue Devils.
Hey, cash action bets on DK, you can get 7. So don't bet that there. Don't bet the 5.5. If you're taking Wagner, take the 7 on DK. Michael Creighton, the Blue Jays heading to Villanova's dumb as shit for doing this, playing at the Wells Fargo Center here. This is a pivotal game, and you should be on campus because you have so much of a better chance of having the home element be a deciding factor in this game than when you play at Wells Fargo. Now, having said that, I'm still taking Villanova plus 1.5. They're getting points, but definitely not locking this. What are you doing here?
I'm going to die on the hill, man. Give me Villanova to complete the season sweep. Creighton has had a week off since their great win over Marquette senior day. They're penciling into the 2 or 3 seed.
No, they're playing for the 2 seed though.
Yeah, but I mean the 2 and 3 seed are the same thing. You're on the opposite side of UConn in the Big East. It's the same thing virtually. UConn's the 1; they're on the top half. You're in the bottom half, and you're going to play Creighton or you're going to play Marquette in the semifinals, most likely. Give me Villanova, Super Bowl spot, complete the season sweep. Villanova's in the dance after tomorrow. Villanova's been playing well. They dropped the Seton Hall game.
You're right. Okay.
Come on.
Rob's on it too. You guys peer pressuring me. All right.
Peer pressure.
Pass me the joint. Let's go.
And McDermott got the contract extension, which means he's taking another job. So he's checked out.
Shout out to Virgil who's giving us $10. I watch this show every morning at work at 6 a.m. Hard to catch you live, but I'm glad when I do keep putting the picks out there. Fuck the haters. There we go, Virgil. Appreciate you, Virgil. Notre Dame is catching 9.5 in Blacksburg. I think Virginia Tech's gonna win by 20 tomorrow.
Notre Dame is fucking ass on the road.
I'm open to locking the Hokies here.
What are the Hokies off of? Because I know they're a wagon at home. I mean, they fucking kill everybody at home.
Yeah, they've won 2 straight. They haven't played since March. They played Louisville and beat them by 16 in Louisville.
I kind of, you know what, man? I do like this angle because I do like teams trying to get back to 500 in league play, get their 10th win in the ACC, even though that's fucking a mid-major league. Yeah, let's go. Let's go Hokies. Let's bet that.
Take them Hokies, Mike
Notre
Young.
Dame's overachieved, man.
Lay the 9.5. Let's go. I think Greg's on the Irish. South Carolina is getting 4.5 at Mississippi State. What? So number 17, South Carolina, second place in the SEC right now, right?
Yep.
They're getting 4.5 points in Starkville. You want stinky lines? I am locking up. No, man, I don't know.
Do you really think South Carolina is going to go 7-2 on the road in SEC play?
My problem is this. Why isn't it 2.5? I hate laying a big number with Mississippi State.
Well, remember, they led in Columbia when they played the first game for 25, 30 minutes of the game.
I know, but Mississippi State is like not the team that I just hate laying a big number because they fucking play rock fights, man.
They're going to drill them by 20. South Carolina just had their dream crusher too, man.
They're still playing for the 2 seed though, right? With Bama?
They are, but I mean, like they wanted the SEC title game. That was a huge game on Tuesday against Tennessee, who they hate. They hate Tennessee.
All right, let's go with the Bulldogs. I think the line is telling you. The line is telling you. It's just Mississippi State's the type of team to dominate a whole game. Dominate from start to finish and win by 4.
Hey, you know, they dominated Kentucky. Kentucky just fucking went on that spurt at the end of the game. I don't think South Carolina can do that. I think it'll be a similar game, but they'll hold on and win by 10 here.
Richmond's at George Mason. George Mason's laying 1.5.
Lock up the Patriots.
Lock
baby.
the Patriots.
Yeah.
These lines. These fucking lines this year. Just ridiculous.
From a talent standpoint, though, Mason's fucking talented, and Richmond's off the celebration. Not the same team on the road.
Folks, if you missed it, they clinched. They won the A10. Almost said the ACC. William and Mary's playing Towson tomorrow. The fuck is this line? Anyone got this line? You got this one?
Mary's about to win tomorrow. Watch.
Didn't they? Didn't they? No. That was A&T that beat him, right? Someone beat Towson. Was it William and Mary?
Towson.
My no, it was Hampton. Hampton beat beat Towson.
They lost the first meeting by 9.
What is it? Do we have a line on this, or is this just nonsense? 8.5. I'm laying it. Fuck William and Mary.
You're so bitter.
Fuck this team.
Bill and Mary will be a fringe lock for me. I will probably have the balls this time to do it. I should have done it today. Towson, look ahead spot, man. Bill and Mary got that game under their belt. Bill and Mary's peaking at the right time.
They did look good today, man. They did look good today.
You fucked them up by 20.
Yeah. Shout out to John Damani in the chat. East Tennessee State, UNC Greensboro. What is this line? Do we have a line on this? They got to give me these lines, man. I want to watch these games. I want to bet on these games.
Who'd you say, Greensboro and who?
East Tennessee State.
I don't see it either, but I'm going to be on ETSU.
I'm going to be on Greensboro unless it's too big. I mean, I wonder what that number will be. Because ETSU just beat them.
Yeah, we talked about this game in our future. I think ETSU is trending in the right direction.
I think UNC Greensboro is going to get revenge, but if it's too big of a number, I would take ETSU because I think this is like a 4 or 5 point game. If it's Greensboro minus 7.5, you got to take ETSU. Even if it's 6.5.
Ken Palm says 3.
Yeah, 3. I feel good about Greensboro, but I can see your logic. They just beat them. The SoCon is always fucking insane, so it would not shock me one bit if ETSU won.
And it went chalk today. That league never goes chalk.
Yeah.
Which means 3 out of 4.
Tomorrow, everyone's fucked. Right? Mercer's winning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gardner Webb, Asheville. Do we have a line on that? I don't think we do.
Why did they take so long?
They're killing me on this, man. They're killing me on this shit.
What are they?
This,
The training room with these kids?
It's been like 10 hours since the fucking game. You know why? It's because they don't trust it. They don't trust it. I know these fucking numbers guys. All right. Friends with a few of them. All right. They give me these FCS lines early and I thank them. But I see their spreadsheets. I see their algorithms. I see what's all fucked up over there. Dude, those games are awesome. I cannot wait to watch those. Tomorrow's awesome because you have those heavyweight games mixed with these awesome games.
And we've blended out 50 games from our slate that we talk about. 150. There's only like 99 tomorrow. So that's a positive. And and if you look at it, there's a shitload late at 8:30 and 9 o'clock. So it wasn't one of those where they're just gonna bogart us with 35 fucking 4 o'clock games or 44 o'clock games. It's actually spread out evenly, about 10 to 15 games.
Huge
slot.
games going on the whole day, the whole fucking day.
The way it should be. The way it should be.
Matt Austin says, Ken Palm says Asheville laying 3. I'll take Gardner Webb. If that's what that's a Ken, this is a made up line. It's what we're projecting, but I would take Gardner Webb then. I don't know that I would lock it though, because I think that's anyone's game. Mac?
I think I'm going to take Asheville because Gardner Webb played a 9 o'clock game tonight. And the game's at 2 tomorrow. That's a quick turn against Asheville, who has Pember. I'm probably going to take Asheville. Check the picture.
And it's in Asheville, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's in. Wait. It's in High Point. It's in High Point. Yeah. Actually, that might favor Gardner Webb. I think Webb's closer to High Point, right?
Well, if there's any seats open, I mean, it's all
That's
High Point
true.
fans.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Those games are awesome though. Utah Tech's getting 10.5 at the Lumberjacks of Stephen F. Austin. Utah Tech, man, that's a big number. I'll take the points. No lock. Don't bet this game. Yeah. Tech won by 5 on January 11th. What are you doing here?
Give me the Lumberjacks, but no lock.
All right, you want stink? This is where we talk about everything here. South Florida. Shout out to Jeremiah who gave us $5. Any chance of an American East tourney look through and picks? Thank you all for both what you do.
We'll do them over the weekend.
Yeah, it'll get there, man. So let me get this straight. South Florida's won 15 straight games. They're number 1 in the AAC, and they can't afford to lose because they're trying to play for the outright bid. And they go to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Love Tulsa, Oklahoma, by the way. If you get out to Tulsa, Oklahoma, make sure you check out my guy Danny Boy O'Connor's Outsiders house from the movie The Outsiders. It's a museum and the hotel. What the fuck was the name of the hotel I stayed at? I'm drawing a blank, but it's a classic hotel. The Mayo. Check out the Mayo. Why the fuck is this line like this? South Florida beat them by 19 on February 14th.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. Back to our conversation. What the fuck is this line? What the fuck is this line? Someone's got to. This is like the UTSA line when they played UTSA. This is what makes me think it's rigged, is because I don't feel like the lines were like this 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even last year. I don't feel like there was as many like this. It does not. When I would Noah's not here, but I'm sure the cocktail napkin would say that this
South
is like
Florida minus 15.5.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This line makes no sense, and it makes me a conspiracy theorist. It makes me a fucking conspiracy. I've always been a conspiracy theorist. It's ever since JFK shit. But I'm saying this. What the fuck is this, man? What the fuck is this? Any way you compute this into your fucking computers, you're not getting 4.5. And if you want me to add on to it, Tulsa's won 4 of the last 10 games. Why?
Red hot. How many times on this last game of the year does a team lay an egg? I think Tulsa's gonna blow them out. I think this is like the random, like, what the fuck happened to South
They're
Florida?
They're trying to get the outright bid. I'm taking South Florida. I think they're more athletic. I think they're better.
Too.
I also think, have you watched it? I watched that Tulsa Rice game not that long ago.
Tulsa has a couple guys.
Yes, but guess what? They don't have. They don't have a couple fans. That stadium is empty as fuck.
Well, that goes into the handicap because UTSA was empty as hell, and they did not cover that game. And
that game is what I believe is why it's rigged. I'm like, what is that? At least UTSA though has been like beating good teams night in, night out, and scoring like 120 points.
And they beat Rice by 4 on the road.
John saying Peterson has this line at -4. Look, Hoops Peterson's a friend. We don't want to shit on him. But is he modeling this after this fucking game? I don't understand how we need Beanick here because it just doesn't make any sense. I make the lines a lot of times on the SGP show. I'll make the lines. And I use that by basically just plugging in a bunch of different numbers based off of all year, what they've done. I just can't see how anyone can have this at 4.5, but I'm taking South Florida. They need to win this game. I know, John,
That's a dangerous phrase though. They have to win this game. They need to win this game.
John, we go on Greg Peterson all the time. We've known him for years. I was on VSiN tonight. But Greg does good work. Greg's a great guy, but I'm just saying, I don't understand this line. What are you doing here?
Tulsa.
You're a fucking maniac.
They're going to win outright. They're going to win outright.
Lock in the Golden Hurricane.
Come on, let's go.
Middle Tennessee is getting 13.5 at Louisiana Tech. Get the fuck out of here. La Tech is off the loss. They're winning by 30. This is the top play of the night. Top play of the fucking night. Let's go. What are you doing here?
I had it circled. You talked me into it. Louisiana Tech bounced back. They were ass the other night.
Middle Tennessee on the road is the worst fucking team in college basketball. Let's go. I mean, the only reason why that wouldn't hit is La Tech. I don't think they can fall out of second place. See my point? But it's still senior night. You got to take it. Jacksonville State, Sam Houston. Do you see a line on this?
It was 6.5, and I want to bet Jacksonville State.
I think we should bet Jacksonville State.
They celebrated. They won the league.
Sam Houston won the league. Take Jacksonville State plus the point. Let's go. Let's go.
It's going to be a good game.
Albany is at Vermont. Remember, this is a tournament game. This is actually at Vermont, though, where Vermont fucks up everybody. I will lay the 14.5 with Vermont. Albany's only won 2 of their last 10 games. Good luck, Albany. We should bet this probably.
Yes,
I mean,
Vermont wins by 24. Bet it now before it's at 17.5 in the morning.
Let's go. Take the catamounts there. Start your football program, you pussies, and let's go. Binghamton is catching 1.5 at New Hampshire. New Hampshire's lost 3 straight. They split in the regular season. I think Binghamton's better. Binghamton's also won 5 of 6. Give me Binghamton.
Give me Binghamton too. Let's go.
UMBC's catching 9 at Lowell. Here's the thing it's tricky about Lowell.
I don't trust them.
I don't either. They're the second best team in this conference. I truly believe that. By a big gap. But they play with their fucking food. Give me UMBC plus 9.
Same. I'm taking the points here, but I don't want to bet them.
Yeah, no bet. Louisiana is heading to Jonesboro, Arkansas. No, this is in Pensacola. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Quarterfinal game, 4-5 game.
Arkansas State's laying 1.5. Get this bullshit out of here. Give me Louisiana. Lock.
Ooh, there we go.
Let's go. Sick of this Arkansas State bullshit. All right. Battle me. I know you've been repping these Red Wolves. Battle me.
Yeah, I've been repping them ever since they lost 2 in a row to Louisiana. They've won 8 out of 9 before.
The last time we battled, you were on them. You were on them in app, and I battled you.
Title. Ark State. Spinal. I hope we get that game again. Ark State all day, baby. Let's go. They're gonna win the league.
Get the fuck out of here. Raise the cage, baby. Getting it done. Dundee with the Magic Cajuns back with the Red Wolves. Mississippi Valley State's getting 17.5 at Jackson State tomorrow. Look, we should bet this, right? It's in-state. It's in-state. I feel like it matters a little more.
Don't waste your time on this one.
I will take the 17.5 in the Delta Devils. And if I'm up big, firing away at this. What are you doing here?
I'll lay it. I hate Mississippi Valley. Ever since they dribbled out the clock, not to cover by 17.5, I said, fuck this team.
Jerry Davis says, so Littlecock didn't teach you anything, Colby. Cox never taught me anything unless it was my own. Darryl Walker sprinkling some of that. He was on one of those Bulls teams that won a championship. You know what I mean? He's got that Phil Jackson mind. All right. Northern Iowa, Indiana State. This game's fantastic. 12:30. No line, right? This shit bothers me. We don't have a line.
We don't have a line on this one yet either.
It's killing me. Alcorn State is hosting Arkansas Pine Bluff.
We have a line. 6.5. I'm lock.
Wait, 7.5.
7.5 or 6.5?
Where are you getting 7.5, Daniel? Rob's? Where are you getting 7.5? Everyone's got 7.5.
Well, I want the 7.5 because I'm
of
locking
course.
the fuck out of Northern Iowa.
I will
here.
lock them too.
One
Let's
possession
go.
games right down to the wire.
Panthers plus 7.5. Sprinkle a little bit on the money line. I'm sorry. I want Indiana State to win. But not now, though, that I'm betting this, but you know what I mean.
Do you remember this exact scenario last year when they played Bradley in this game? It was a 1-point game.
Yeah.
This is a one possession game. Northern Iowa, baby. Let's go.
Alcorn State's laying 8.5 against Pine Bluff. Greg's locking it. I'll lay the points with Alcorn. What are you doing here?
Yeah, same.
Canisius is taking on Manhattan in a classic. Why am I not seeing this fucking line right now? You see this anywhere? Take this off the board.
Canisius laying 1.5. Give me Manhattan.
That is true. It does reek. This should be like 5. Give me Manhattan too. I don't know why the fuck that line is so short. Oh boy, the Charlotte Clits had a nice little win in Charlotte against my Pirates. But now they come to Greenville, North Carolina, and ECU is laying 1.5 against Mike Schwartz and the Pirates. This line is ridiculous. And
may the Schwartz be with you. What a world.
This is ECU has lost what? 4 straight. They are winning this game. Mac, what are you doing here?
Oh yeah, the line's telling you this line reeks as much as any game. Charlotte's been rolling, and ECU's laying points at home. ECU all day, senior day. They're gonna put a statement out here. Let's go. Momentum.
Because when you're at East Carolina, you go for it every time. Or you don't coach at East Carolina, you don't come to East Carolina, you don't play at East Carolina with a weak heart. Write it.
This is Tulane from tonight.
Lock it up. Easy money. Everyone's talking shit. Colby, you always take ECU. Well, they fucking covered against SMU. All right. They were getting a big number. That should have won on the money line.
This is Tulane from tonight. Tulane had lost 7 in a row, and they're laying points at home on the last home game of the year. So is ECU. Come on, let's go.
Let's fucking go. Fairfield is taking on Mount St. Mary's. What the fuck is this line? You got a line on this?
Fairfield is laying 1. God, that line is disgusting. Give me the
Mount
Mount.
St. Mary's.
They're gonna
Mount
fuck
St.
up their
Mary's is winning
season.
that.
They're gonna
I
fuck
know.
their season up. Chicks and Picks Baits. They're gonna fuck their season up.
Give me Mount St.
Quinnipiac-
Fairfield is better than Mount St. Mary's. That line makes no sense.
Win the league. Quinnipiac's gonna win the league because of Mount St. Mary's. It's filthy whores.
Yeah. You're right.
God
Mount St.
damn
Mary's. Should we lock that?
I think we should.
I think we should too.
Mount St. Mary's is good.
Let's take Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah,
Let's
Fairfield
take
sucks
Mount
in
St.
a row.
Mary's. Let's go. Utah Valley, fresh off an amazing comeback. It's catching 2.5 at Abilene Christian. Give me Abilene Christian.
I'm on Valley Fringe Lock. Abilene's won 7 in a row.
There's no way they're going to sweep that West or that is that West Texas.
I think Valley's pretty fun. I think Valley is getting better and better. It's a first-year head coach. It's kind of like the situation at Austin Peay right now.
Clearly Abilene's getting better and better. They won 7 in a row. What the fuck?
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like it's a first-year head coach. They're playing their asses off, and it's a short number on the road. I like Utah Valley Fringe Lock. Check the Picks page.
No. Bethune-Cookman's taking on Florida A&M. Do we have a number on this game?
You love sneaking in Bethune-Cookman.
You know I love my Wildcats.
You're laying 1.5.
Oh my God, we gotta bet the fuck out of it. I'm betting the fuck out of Bethune-Cookman. Let's go.
I'm out.
You're crazy. This is free money. They're giving you money.
I'm rooting for you.
Bethune-Cookman's getting it done. Colorado State's laying 10.5 at Air Force. Kind of think we should. I know Air Force almost beat them. Colorado State can't afford to lose this fucking game. I like the higher on Isaiah Stevens' point total too. It's like I think 14.5. He's gonna go off. I'm gonna lay the 10.5 with the Rams.
I think we should
bet
too.
this.
Remember when Vegas went there and after they lost to them by 40? I think Colorado State will be focused here. They gotta get some shots.
Let's go. Let's go. Currently searching for this game. Florida State's laying 3 at home against Miami.
We should bet this, and you're not gonna think who I'm talking about.
You really saying Miami money line?
Yes, Miami's gonna win.
Why should we bet this? Sell me on why I should bet this.
Miami has lost 8 in a row, but they got Pack back. They got Poplar back. It was the first game back, getting all their pieces back together. I think that they're actually going to start playing better. They still have talent. They're going to get some momentum here going in the ACC tournament. Florida State sucks too, and I like they don't have a home. They don't have a home atmosphere. Give me Miami. Miami's going to win the game.
I'm not betting this. You can bet this.
The U, baby.
There you go.
Because I'm a hater. Give me the U.
There you go.
At the ultimate low spot.
Hey,
Pete,
don't
tweet
does
at
it
me
look
anymore.
straight now, Pete? Does it look straight now?
Their fans don't tweet at me since they're 6-13 in the fucking sorry ass ACC.
You miss them. You miss them, don't you?
I'm trying to bring you guys back. It's all about the fucking soft ass U, baby.
Oh man, Greg's a FSU grad. He's going with FSU. I can't do it, man. I can't. They're too inconsistent, man. I got no idea who's winning that fucking game. I want no parts of that fucking game. Kansas is getting 8.5 at Houston. This I will take the Jayhawks plus 8.5, but obviously monitor the McCullough news. Hey, Bill Self, do you have to be this big of a fucking asshole? You're doing the Belichick shit every game. Every game, it's driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. I'm taking Kansas until I know. I'm not. I would probably lock this up if I knew McCullough's playing, but I don't. So
he's gonna play.
What are we doing?
He's gonna play. They're playing for a double bye. They want that double bye in the Big 12, and Houston has all the pressure in the world on them here. Kansas is gonna win.
How sure are you that he's gonna play?
I would say 90%. Why wouldn't he play? He played the last game.
Why list him then? Why keep listening?
2 weeks ago he said he was out for the year, and then he played the next game against Baylor, and they almost won the game outright. I think Kansas wins outright at number 1 tomorrow. Nobody's giving them a shot.
I don't know if they win outright, but I will say this: they're covering.
They're going to win outright. They're going to win outright.
Let's double lock the Jayhawks.
I got a nice parlay, a couple blue bloods here in a minute.
Let's go. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm on it, too.
Rock Chalk, baby, at Houston. Ruin the party. No outright win for Houston tomorrow.
You want to make some money in the deserts of New Mexico?
We got
the airport's getting 2.5 in Las Cruces against New Mexico State. New Mexico State has been horrible lately.
Have they won since the murder charge?
They did win one. They did win the last game they played. I forget who it was against. It was against Jacksonville State. The airport is much like Middle Tennessee. When the airport hits the road, they're 1-11. Let me tell you, Miami to Las Cruces, that shit is not direct. I'm locking up New Mexico State. New Mexico State is like Middle Tennessee. When they're in Las Cruces, you bet them. When they're on the road, you fade them. And when airport's on the road, you fade them. What are you doing? Battle.
No. I want to take New Mexico State. I hate this team.
Dude, what are you talking about? They're playing good ball right now in Las Cruces. In Las Cruces.
They got drilled back-to-back times we took them there, and I was like, oh, fuck this team.
They just beat Jacksonville State. We just locked up Jacksonville State like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, on the road a week ago, and now they've been sitting there feeling themselves. I'm out on this game.
You're crazy.
I'm cheering.
Can't go to the White Sands and think you're going to be able to. Like, these fucking South Florida people don't know about going to the desert of New Mexico. LaSalle is taking on Loyola Chicago. Do we have a line on this?
LaSalle.
Tell me it's big. Because I got a feeling. I think we should lock LaSalle. Loyola's clinched, right? They clinched.
I think so. And Fran's been feisty on the road, man.
They've been playing a lot better down the stretch.
He's a good coach. I mean, yeah, I think we should take LaSalle. Let's go.
Look, Loyola can't do anything. Well, actually, did Richmond Loyola play this year? They did, right?
Yeah, Richmond won.
Yeah, they only played once, right?
Yep.
It's done. Loyola can't improve their spot.
I technically they could share the regular season title. I think they're going to win, but I think they'll win by 6 or 7.
Explore a brand new planet.
Yeah.
Starting in Chicago, Illinois. When Fran Dunphy explore this new world. He's 76 years old, and he's going to go to Chicago. Hopefully he doesn't go to, what is it? Portillo's, some fucking place that I ate a bunch of fucking food. Great sandwich place. There's so many good restaurants in Chicago. I worry about a 76-year-old going to Chicago, to tell you the truth. The amount of great food that's probably not the healthiest. LaSalle, let's go. Florida is laying 9.5 at Vanderbilt. Get the fuck out of here. These are our boys.
I can't, but we don't like him at home, though. They kill us at home, remember?
What is Florida playing for here?
Nothing, but Vandy is not playing for anything. I mean, they just had an all-out effort and lost by 15 at Kentucky still. All right. I mean, we should take Vandy, but
yeah, Portillo's. It's here and it's great.
But their home games have been ass. Their away games have been covering left and right.
I'm still taking them on that fucked up court where the fans sit like 70 fucking feet behind the fucking behind the stadium.
I mean,
behind the basketball court.
We could take them in knowing that this is Stackhouse's last home game.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to get up. It is
a get-up spot. All right. Do you want to bet it?
Greg said Stackhouse is clearly betting on games.
He is. No, I'm convinced. I'm telling you, he pressed the walk-ons from Florida in the first meeting to cover 15.5, and they lost by – what did they lose by in that game? 13 a couple weeks ago at the Swamp. He pressed the walk-ons, called timeout, and then all of a sudden they got inside the number, and he said, "No, we're good." And they dropped back into his zone.
Twice, I think he's done that. He's done that 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, he did it against. Who else did he do it against? I think it was against Kentucky. It was against Kentucky.
Yes, it was against Kentucky. It was.
Make sure he gets that number. Way to go, Jerry.
That's an interesting way to pay your NIL moving forward.
Yeah.
Can't you just tell your alumni or like your biggest booster that like, don't worry, we will try to cover every game. If you bet on us, anytime we're dogs, we will try to cover every game so you can pay all these fucking players. I'm a fucking genius. Shout out to Thomas Portillo's. It's here and it's great. Portillo's is fucking phenomenal. There's a great steakhouse too that I went. There's like 30 great steak. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. There's a lot of good restaurants. Pure Ruckus TV. There's a Portillo's in Buena Park. Yeah, I mean that drives deep. That drive is deep for me, but you know, I always wonder if they will taste the same in LA as Chicago. You know what I mean? I always wonder that, but yeah, I've heard that they're out there. You know, like if a restaurant brings their goods to wherever, like I understand if it's Champaign, Illinois, it's a big fucking jump from Chicago to LA. Have you been there, Pure Ruckus? If so, let me know. Let me know how it is. Oh no, he says it's really elite. Okay, all right, I'm buying in. That's a bold drive right now. I'm on Vanderbilt, and I might bet this.
Vandy's a fringe lock. You're right. You talked me into it.
Grambling's getting 1.5 at Alabama State. What the fuck are we doing here?
Alabama State, let's go. What have they even done lately? I know they just suck.
They're 2-8 in their last 10. They've lost 4 straight. Grambling's won 6 straight. What? This is what I'm talking about.
Is it? But does Grambling have the Grambling has the SWAC wrapped up? They ain't fucking thinking about this game. They're not thinking about this fucking game,
dude. But hold on, riddle me this.
They're fucking partying all
the exact
night.
Game one night ago or 2 nights ago.
Lock up Alabama State.
Southern had it locked up, and Southern still won by fucking 8. Yeah, Southern couldn't improve their seeding, and they still won by 8.
But remember also the other night we said, how the hell is Grambling only a 2-point favorite against Alabama A&M? They won by fucking 1.
It's true.
They won by 1.
Look, I'll take Alabama State. I'm not betting this.
I am. This is going to be the one SWAC-MEAC game. Give me Alabama State in the sleepy spot.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Moneyline Max locking up the Hornets.
20, everybody be like, what the hell happened in that game? Don't ask. Pay off some guys.
Marquette heads to the Fertitta Center to take on Xavier. What could go wrong?
Hey, did you skip the game of the day? Not the game of the day, but
did I?
The game of the SEC?
I did. My bad. So yeah, you gotta stay on me. Sometimes you're drinking. Kentucky is getting 8 points at Tennessee. Get the fuck out of here. Kentucky's plus 300.
Kentucky and Kansas parlay.
I'm taking the fucking money line. I actually think that's a good money line parlay. Kentucky, Kansas money line. Let's go.
You're never gonna get these teams at this price ever again. At virtual 1 seeds that have already locked up the 1 seeds in their leagues. Let's go,
dude. Kentucky has won at the hardest place to play in the SEC, the Jungle. Yeah. They won in Starkville. They won in Arkansas. They won in Florida. Fuck you if you think they're not road warrior. And they won at Louisville, which is hard to do. Over the years.
His final game's tomorrow. We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to lock the Vols. Good luck, man.
Yeah, they already clinched. They're playing for nothing. How could? Don't do that. Don't do that.
They are playing for the 1 seed in the tournament. The big tourney.
I don't know. I just can't do it. Can't do it. I know Rick Barnes. He won at Rupp too. I know Rick Barnes.
Yeah.
All right. Marquette's at Xavier. Fuck is this line?
3.5.
Saw it earlier.
Ooh, baby.
I'm on Xavier. I think Xavier's winning this game outright. Let's go.
I 100% agree with you. I actually think even though Xavier's had a lot of turmoil this year, they played hard recently under Sean Miller, and Marquette's banged up. Kolek's not going to play. They've had their emotional bumps the last couple games against UConn and Creighton. I think Xavier wins outright. Lock up Xavier. I'm betting Xavier tomorrow.
Center. Let's go. Seattle. Seattle is at Tarleton. Tarleton only scored. Is this where it comes crumbling down for Tarleton? Because they're only laying 2.5.
Gillespie fucked the mojo up. Seattle's a fringe lock, man.
What a fucking asshole you have to do. Why couldn't you just let that wait?
They're done. They're going to collapse. I thought they were overachieving.
Why couldn't you just let that wait? You don't need to make that a story.
Yep.
Oh, man. I feel sick for those fucking kids there. I mean, I know Seattle hasn't been the greatest on the road, but I'm terrified of this. I'm with you. Give me Seattle. No bet. You're locking this?
This is a fringe lock. Check the picks page. I mean, you look at the WAC too. Seattle's 11-8. You want to be in that. You want to be in that top 4 in the WAC. So, Tarleton's still has the pressure because they could technically catch Grand Canyon, but I think they lost their mojo the other night.
Colorado's laying 8 in Corvallis.
They're going to fuck them up like Utah. Oregon State money line.
You can't win.
Oh, man.
Nice beaver.
I'm terrified. As a Bus fan, you got through Oregon. I think they're relaxing. I'm all over Oregon State +8. Lock.
Bring us up on the money line here.
Yes. This is exactly the game they lose. Remember last year they lost to Cal, and Cal only won like 3 games all year? UCF heads to Fort Worth, Texas. TCU's laying 8.
TCU blowout.
Yeah? Tell me on that. Why? What are they playing for?
They're on the first 4 buys or whatever it is on the bracketology. And if you look at it, TCU they do the best job. This is where people like Noah get pissed at teams like TCU. They do the best job of not hurting themselves. They beat West Virginia. They beat the shit out of West Virginia. They beat the shit out of Cincinnati, and they beat Oklahoma State, and they beat UCF. They take care of the games they're supposed to, and they go 21-10, and they go to the tournament. And then they win a game in the tournament, and then they almost beat Arizona or Gonzaga. That's what TCU does.
All right, I'll take TCU.
Yeah.
This line, I can't keep a straight face. Southern is laying 3.5 at Alabama A&M.
The fuck is that?
Yeah. They survived the stink the other night. I'm going back to it. Southern minus the points.
Let's go. I'm with you. Yeah.
Boston College is at Louisville.
Oh my God.
Here come the pain. Kenny Payne's final game.
Cancel it.
BC's laying 4.5. What could go wrong at the fucking racist ass Papa John's Stadium, whatever the fuck they're calling it now? I call it the Shack because Shack bought Papa John's. We're just calling it the Shack these days. Or he bought into Papa John's, or he became the spokesman. I don't fucking know. I went to we got invited to Shaq's party here in LA. VIP and everything. They tried to give us so much fucking pizza. It was hilarious. Louisville's gonna cover this. What are you doing here?
Who the fuck is Boston College to be laying 4.5 on the road ever? I mean, what the fuck?
I'm not betting this fucking game. I'm not watching this game.
This should be the Stackhouse angle. This should be the get-up spot for Kenny Payne. One more time.
I'm not betting this fuck. I think the players like Jerry Stackhouse. I don't know if they like Kenny Payne. He's shitting on them on the mic, saying, "Oh, my guy didn't have the tights." And
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. No bet. I just will watch and laugh my.
See, I know Kenny Payne played for the 76ers. I don't think his players know that. They're like, oh yeah, Jerry Stackhouse. I think it's like I was watching a highlight of him dunking on Duke earlier today, and I was like, man, he was nasty. Texas Tech is laying 1.5 against Baylor. I'm on Baylor. Baylor's gonna win. You know, Baylor has actually won 6 of 8 against Texas Tech,
and it's a Scott Drew against his former assistant, and I know Jerome Tang's had his number, but I think he's going to have Grant McCaslin's number. McCaslin's done an unbelievable job. Year number 1, overachieving, but Baylor, they're at a different level. Texas Tech's banged up. Lock up Baylor. They're going to get it done.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. Double lock on Baylor. Let's go. Prairie View is getting 10.5 at Texas Southern. It's a big number. I'll take Prairie View. What are you doing here?
Take Prairie View.
Princeton's laying 6.5 at Penn. Oh, first place on the line. Give me the Quakers plus 6.5.
I'll take the Quakers.
UC Davis is at Long Beach State's second end of a back-to-back away. Long Beach State, they fired their coach. Unofficial reports.
Munson got fired?
I was told that he was. He told the team that he is not being retained after this year. I don't know if that counts as a firing.
Yeah,
but he's not coming back. From what?
Damn, that was a hell of a run.
In my opinion, and look, I think he kind of deserves it. The past 2 years, teams, when you watch them, I've been to the pyramid multiple times. See them.
Yeah,
they're more talented than, in my opinion, like they have way better players than UC Irvine, but Irvine's better every year. You can't they're better than Fullerton, but even that this year we got dicey. I think Fullerton won that game, but I'm saying like you look around the area when you see UCSD and what they've done when they've come up the ranks, they just jumped up a couple years ago. Irvine, Riverside. I know Riverside's a little down this year, but Riverside was fire last year. Santa Barbara was fire the past couple years. That whole area, Long Beach is the one team that's been fucking up. I think he's got to go.
They're going to win the tournament here next weekend. Watch.
Let's take them here. Take them here. They do it for him, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's take the Dirtbags minus 2.5. Clemson is at Wake. Wake's laying 3.5. I think we should bet Wake.
I mean, you won't get a better spot.
This is it. They lost that one home game. That was their first home loss.
Yeah.
I think they're going to fuck up Clemson.
I think so too. I do. As much as I hate Wake, you got to take it here.
Yeah. Wake minus 3.5. Let's roll. Double lock. Northeastern's catching 2.5 at Stony Brook.
What is this line?
The amount of people talking Stony Brook to me too. I've done multiple shows that are taking futures on Stony Brook.
Oh,
dude, I did like four different shows over the past 72 hours where people are saying we should get some action on the Seawolves. Get the fuck out of here. Northeastern's beating them tomorrow.
Lock.
They're beating them tomorrow. Let's go. I'll lock it. You sold me on
the big lock here.
Let's go. Let's go. Everyone's talking Stony Brook. Get the fuck out of here with these Seawolves.
Bill Cohen, coaching matters this time of year. Yeah. Rob's on Northeastern.
Wofford is catching 4.5 at in Nashville. Or no, in Nashville against Chattanooga. This game's awesome. This game's a fucking. Oh man. I'm taking I don't know. I'm taking Chattanooga. That it's right on the fucking number. If I was setting this, it would be at 4.5. Chattanooga free throws at the end. They foul. But I don't know. I don't want it to go chalk. I know it's not going to go chalk.
It's not going to go chalk. And Chattanooga won the first 2 meetings.
All right.
Wofford and Chattanooga is always a shit show. I'm locking Wofford. Wofford outright. This is when the fucking SoCon becomes a SoCon again.
Wait, so what are our matchups tomorrow? I think Mercer can beat Samford. You think Samford's going to go chalk? It's the West.
I mean, I think they could, but I do think Samford will will get up because Samford got upset last year.
Furman's the higher seed against Western Carolina. I do think Furman's going to get there. We'll get to that game.
Yeah.
That's one dog. I got Greensboro beating ETSU. You're right. Give me Wofford. Give me Wofford here. Yeah. Give me Wofford here.
Let's go.
You locking it? I'm not locking it though.
Yes. I think they're going to win. So yes.
Money line mag locking up the Terriers of Wofford. But I got a lock for you. Troy's laying 5.5 in Pensacola against Texas State. I'm gonna keep riding this Bobcat train. Give me Texas State plus 5.5. In case you're wondering, they just played on March 1st.
A week ago.
And Texas State won. What are you doing here?
I think I'm going to go Troy.
Battle?
No. Actually, I'm going to go Texas State. They got the mojo. I think it's a one-possession game.
Dude, they're red hot. They won I feel like 10 of 14 or something. 10 of 12, something. Bradley, Drake, no line. Do we have a line on this?
Oh, we got to have a line on this one.
This game's awesome. Shout out to Cannabis Capper.
Drake's going to be what, -2.5 or whatever?
Cannabis Capper, by the way, check out his article, sportsgamblingpodcast.com. He's been killing it on the underdog fantasy stuff. And he's the fucking man. All right. Here's my concerning thing. Do you remember that Bradley Drake game last time they played? Drake won. But Drake got up really early. Yeah. I thought the rest of the game, personally, I thought Bradley outplayed him. Like after that, Bradley got down 25-5 or something. And I felt like the rest of the way, Bradley played better than them.
Part of me wants to take Bradley tomorrow. I'm not going to lie.
I need to know that line.
Part of me thinks that we're going to have a Northern Iowa Bradley final.
I could see it.
Everybody is talking Indiana State
or
Indiana State Drake.
That game's great. What are you doing with your fucking lives tomorrow, folks?
And you got to remember too. Do you remember how it ended last year when fucking Drake beat them by about 30 in the conference title game, and they beat him on Senior Day a week ago?
Yeah,
I kind of think this is a Bradley Super Bowl spot, and then they lose in the title game.
I mean, I need to know the number, but yeah, I lean Bradley, knowing that they're going to be dogs. Dude, the 3:00 Pacific time window gives you Baylor, Texas Tech. Princeton, Penn has stakes. Clemson, Wake playing for their postseason lives, even though I think they got their work cut out for them. Wofford, Chattanooga, Northeastern, Stony Brook, Texas State, Troy, Bradley, Drake, and Duke, Carolina. The fuck? Man, that slate is incredible. North Carolina is getting, well, let me see if this line's moved.
What is it, 4.5?
Yeah, I think last I saw was 4 or 4.5. I was on the Veasan show. They quoted me the price at 4. I was surprised. Actually, I'm seeing 5.
5.5.
That changes it to me. When it was 4, I feel like 5.5. At 5.5, I think I take Carolina. At 4, I feel like maybe you play Duke because free throws, if it's a close game. 5.5. Give me Carolina. It's the best. Look, I know you shit on the ACC a lot.
Well, these are the only two teams.
I grew up hating both these teams. My whole life, I hated both.
It's a great game, though.
This game means a lot to me as someone that hates both. I want to protect this game. When I hear the thought that Carolina could go to the Big Ten and Duke could end up in the Big 12 or in the Big East, it fucking bothers me. It bothers me because it's another one. I think college sports is in this crazy era that, college sports has kind of been in the same funk for like 120 years. And it's entering this crazy era where we're just destroying all of these rivalries, and no one listens to the fan for some stupid reason. No one listens to the fan. And I'm terrified that this game is going to go away in the next 10 years. And I think honestly, I think it's the best rivalry in all of sports, at least in American sports. And I want to watch every second of it, every game they play. I don't give a fuck what it is. I want to watch it. And I hope people appreciate that, because I don't know that it's going to be here 10 years from now. Duke's a private school. Duke does not. North Carolina is very sought after. I don't think anyone's. Now, they would probably schedule a non-con game, but it doesn't have the same implications. When you get it twice in a row, and then a chance in the ACC championship and a chance in the NCAA tournament, God damn it. You know what I mean? Like, what do we have to do I feel like fucking Teddy Roosevelt here, protecting the fucking national parks here. What do we got to do to realize no one's second guessing that one, huh? The most common thing when COVID happens, everyone's like, God bless the fucking national parks. This is a genius fucking idea. 120 years ago, we can all go hike here and not get fucking the Wuhan virus, right? And it took a fucking crazy pandemic for the guy to get some credit, right? I'm telling you, college sports, you're fucking up. You're fucking up a lot, and no one is listening to the fan. In other lines of work, you have to listen to the fan, or your product gets fucked up. At some point, you're going to hit that iceberg. Some point. I'm just a drunk guy talking. Give me Carolina plus. If it's 5.5, I'll take Carolina. What are you doing here?
Let's add this to the third leg. Kansas wins at Houston. Kentucky wins at Tennessee. Carolina wins at Duke. Carolina wins the ACC.
They're outright. More veteran. They're the more veteran team.
They're more veteran, and they were embarrassed last year when they lost on senior night. Baycott's first senior night. I know he had another one. They were embarrassed because all they had to do, and this is why the ACC got 5 teams in the tournament. All they had to do was beat Duke on senior night last year, and they laid a fucking egg. They're going to get their revenge tomorrow night. They're going to sweep Duke, Carolina outright. Let's go. Lock up the Tar Heels.
All right. I just want action in this game. I want action in this game.
I love taking the road team in this series, too. They always spoil each other's parties.
Filipowski, you deserve this. You fucking prick. All right. Where the fuck am I at? Where was I talking about? Going on a spiel, talking about Teddy Roosevelt. All right. Cocktail napkin's not available, Micah. A lot of people have been asking about the cocktail napkin. That's Noah's analytics. All right.
Numbers.
Georgia is catching 15.5 at the Jungle.
Georgia's about to win by 100. Whoa.
Wait, Georgia's going to win by 100 at the Jungle?
Sorry, Auburn. Sorry.
Like, they're going to beat Georgia. Please do keep talking.
I'm over here banging my head on this fucking bottle, and I'm like trying to open it. But yeah, Auburn's going to fuck them up.
I'm Georgia on Auburn too, but are they playing for anything? I guess so. They're playing for the 2 seed. All right, yeah. Georgia sucks.
Yeah.
Auburn by 50. Actually, we should bet Auburn.
I think we should.
Let's lock Auburn.
The Jungle, man.
Yeah.
They run away with these games.
Welcome to the Jungle. Horrible reenactment, but you know what I mean. Let's go.
Drink it again. Open up another bottle.
Yeah.
So shout out to people that are monitoring my intake. Like my balls.
remember that one person? Remember that one person in November that was like, "You fucking alcoholics." You fucking alcoholics. I tuned into this show and all I see is fucking alcoholics drinking. God. Hey. Well, he hasn't been back, I don't think. I think he was back for that week. And yeah. I just noticed that he was gone. So you tell me if he was important. Wyoming is at the Save Mart Center taking on Fresno State. Fresno's laying 2. I think we should load up on Fresno.
I love Fresno here because it's another one of my systems like Tulane tonight, like East Carolina, where a team's on a losing streak. They got one last home game. They're going to get up for it. Fresno and
senior night. Senior night.
Yeah, and fucking Wyoming sucks on the road. And Hudson's probably going to get fired. So it's a get up spot one last time for him. Let's go. President.
Bulldogs, baby. Let's go. Calipari's getting 18 and a half at UC San Diego. I just have to take the points. I got to take the point. I can't lay 18 and a half. I can't. Who the fuck do they think the Tritons are? I know they're coming off a loss. I just can't do it. I can't do it. They can't even win the conference. What are we doing here? They can't give me the points. What are you doing?
It is the last game for the Cal Poly coach too. Did you see that interview when he's like, gosh, he's breaking down why it hasn't worked, and it's bad. Nobody go watch it, honestly.
John Madden when John Madden passed away, rest in peace to the great John Madden. If you didn't know, he's very anti-dome football. We should kind of listen to that guy. He might have been very important for the NFL, being the NFL today. But
I agree. We should lock Cal Poly.
We should.
They're 0-17 in league play. Last chance.
Yeah, Cal Poly in the points. And John Madden donated $30 million after he died to his university, Cal Poly. Hey, Cal Poly, don't use that on technology. Use that on sports. All right? Use that on your football and basketball program. Cal Poly was once a fucking FCS powerhouse that ran the triple option. And for some stupid reason, they're like, we're in California. We should be running the air raid. They went air raid and they started losing every fucking game. What are you doing? Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Run the fucking option. You win fucking. It amazes me the amount of teams that don't want to run the option. Utah heads to Eugene, Oregon. Oregon's laying 3.5.
Is this UCLA all over again on that back-to-back road spot? Utah gets it done here.
I was thinking of locking Oregon, but
I kind of like Utah. Utah is the king of just splitting everything. They're just going to be 19-10 or 20-11, right on the bubble. Go the NIT, just miss out, I think.
Yeah. Shout out to Micah Schroeder, Cocktail Napkin Memorial Fund, giving us $10. Cheers to March Madness, fellas. The only thing I subscribe to on YouTube. Damn, that makes me feel good. YouTube can take me down a rabbit hole.
Scott G. Yeah, right. Hey, they covered against fucking Irvine easy the other night, baby. Let's go back to it. I don't have Detroit anymore, so now we're adopting Cal Poly.
Shout out to Mike. Said, dude, that was a great post from Madden. I agree. He has a lot of those. I actually have one on here that I'll play another day, but he has like a bunch of those takes, man. This is not, he did an all Madden episode where he said like, don't play a fucking game in a dome. That's not where that's not where football should be played. Absolutely. I mean, come on. George Hallis also said shit. It's not just drunk Colby saying the shit. It's kind of the history of the sport. I'm on Oregon. No lock. Oral Roberts is taking on South Dakota State.
Oh boy. Bob
now,
Roberts.
Oral Roberts look good today.
They got a little bit of magic. I think we might have to go back to Bob Roberts here.
We don't have a line, but yeah.
Do we have a line? This is a rivalry. This is always a close game between these two. I'm ready.
Pete Rodriguez says Colby wants to be a Raider fan. No, not in Vegas.
Don't tell him.
In Oakland all fucking day. Shout out to the Oakland Coliseum. I love the Oakland Coliseum. All right. And the A's and the Raiders should always be in Oakland. If you're ever going to go anywhere else, it'd be LA. Vegas, Raiders, get the fuck out of here. That shit. Fucking, they ruined. You want to go on a tangent? Let's go on a fucking tangent. This is once again the NFL ruining a classic franchise. The Raiders are NFL football. They're fucking NFL football. And you ruin this franchise. They had a great fan base, an amazing fan base. And even in LA, when they didn't even show up all the time because it's fucking LA, they still had a great fan base. You just didn't see it all the time. And then most of it was in Oakland. But still, the Raiders are a classic franchise. And they've been fucked because every fucking home game in Vegas is a party for the away team. And you're at like a nightclub. You been to that shit stadium? That's a fucking nightclub. They have a fucking DJ and shit. They have ruined the fucking Raiders. It kills me. The Raiders are a classic franchise. And whether you love them or hate them, they should be protected. That's why I can't fuck with the NFL. The NFL has destroyed so many fucking franchises on this shit. They took the Colts out of Baltimore, right? And I give them credit because the Ravens coming back there makes a lot of sense. They've done a good job of coming back there. They've ruined the fucking Redskins. Redskins Cowboys used to be the fucking greatest rivalry, right? Yeah. They've ruined the Raiders. They've ruined a lot of these fucking teams. And the Bears are the Bears are next when they move to that fucking dome, and they move out of Chicago. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know. I could go on. I could do a fucking seminar. I could do a goddamn seminar. The Lions got ruined. The Vikings got ruined. Anyway,
I knew that was a good piss break opportunity.
That was a great. I could do, dude. I really could do 5 hours.
As soon as you said, "Let me get into it," I said,
I could do 5 fucking hours on that.
Let me let you do your deal.
Yeah, I could. Southern Utah is taking on UT Rio Grande. You got a rivalry on this? Or got a rivalry on this? Got a number on this?
4.5. Rio Grande's last game for that coaching era. I think we should take Southern Utah. They've quit. The Mexicans haven't covered him forever, and they have completely laid down.
Yeah. They pushed
in a row.
They pushed last time. Shout out to the Rage Child. As a diehard Cowboys fan, I signed the petition to bring the Redskins name back. So look, I mean, I grew up a Redskins fan. You. That game meant everything to me. There's hardly any of those. Look, I as a kid growing up on the East Coast, I would go out of my way to watch Broncos Raiders or Chiefs Raiders. They don't mean anything to me anymore. Yeah. They've been ruined. They don't mean anything. The only game that means something a little bit is like Packers Bears. Still, I'd go out of my way to see, or Ravens Steelers. Those are the only two that I really go out of my way to see. But yeah, they fucked it all up, man. Sac State, Idaho. I don't have a line on this either.
I think it's.
I actually thought I saw this earlier today. What was this? I think this was like Idaho -4. Was it?
Pick.
Maybe I'm thinking of Idaho State's game. I'm on the Vandals. It's in Boise. They should have the home edge.
Yeah, I guess. Give me Sac State. I've been riding Sac State lately.
NC State's getting 6.5 at Pitt.
Come on.
Hilarious.
Come on, Putsy Pack. Come on.
No. Pitt by 20. Pitt by 20. What are you doing here?
You want to battle on this game?
No, I don't.
Because you can see NC State fucking going in there with it.
Yeah. I don't have that much conviction to that one.
I'm not betting. I hate NC State too, though. Like, it's one of my least favorite teams. I'm just gonna probably bet their money line. I'm not betting the spread. If they keep it close, they'll win the game.
Connecticut is laying 9.5 at Providence. Lock.
Oh boy!
Providence
Here we go.
Has won 5 of 6 at the dunk against UConn. The one loss they had was by 3 in overtime. I'm all over the Friars here. Sprinkle that money line. Kentucky, Kansas, Providence. You sprinkle that money line. What are you doing here?
How good is that atmosphere going to be tomorrow?
Oh my God!
Saturday night at 8:00 at the dunk for. They got to win the game. If they win the game, they go to the tournament.
Yeah, it's that simple. It's that simple. You win the game, you go to the. There's no questioning it. There's no questioning it. You are in if you win this game.
Yeah, I'm on it. Let's go. Providence, lock it up.
Boom.
They're going to keep this thing close.
Georgia Tech's getting 7.5 at Virginia. I will lay the 7.5. This is exactly the team Virginia fucks up.
Yeah,
because they're athletes, but they're like unorganized. And this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the type of team when Virginia takes on another, whenever they take on another square team, I forget what team it was. I was like, dude, this is the game they fuck up. Wisconsin. I was like, Wisconsin's going to fuck with them. Right. When they take on a team like this, they fuck them up. UVA wins by 15. What are you doing here?
I think we should lock Virginia.
I'm with you.
Georgia Tech just won a 15-point money line. They suck.
Let's go.
Still.
Let's go. Cal Baptist is catching 7.5 at home against Grand Canyon, who's already clinched.
What?
Lock.
This is one
Cal
of the
Baptist plus
7.5
all day.
They're going to win. They're going to
win. North Texas is laying 5.5 at Rice. Ooh.
The Rice guys.
Don't take whatever I'm taking, but give me Rice plus 5.5.
Give me the Rice. Let's go. Rice, guys, baby.
Morehead State, Little Rock, 5 o'clock. We don't have a 5 o'clock Pacific. We don't have a line on that one.
The first auto bid.
There we go. DePaul, Seton Hall. DePaul's getting 22.5. No, give me Seton Hall. I thought about it.
Give me RuPaul just because Seton Hall kind of punched her ticket. A little bit of a letdown, sleepy spot. They're going to win by 19.
Huge game in Logan. Utah State wins. They win the Mountain West Championship all to themselves. New Mexico needs everything they can get right now. Utah State's laying 3.5. Oh man, I can't wait to watch this fucking game.
This is it for New Mexico.
Sorry, I think Utah State's going to win. I will lay. Oh man, but 3.5. I do think it could be a 2 or 3 point game. You know what? Give me New Mexico in the points. What are you doing here?
I think we have a repeat of the night. I don't know if New Mexico is going to win the game outright, but I think this thing is going to be to the bitter end. So, give me New Mexico. In the desperate spot of desperate spots, locking up the Lobos.
I'll join you.
Let's go.
I think it's just all. I think like it's going to be a one possession game, right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Missouri is catching 7.5 at LSU. Lock. Give me Missouri plus 7.5. This is the one. Come on, Dennis. Get down there.
You don't win this, you're done.
You locking it with me?
Yes, you have to.
Let's go. Furman is catching 1.5 at Western Carolina. I'm on Furman.
Furman.
This game is crazy. Let's go. I got a future on Furman, so I need to back it. Let's go.
Furman, big time.
Marshall's getting 11.5 against JMU down there in Pensacola.
Uh-oh.
I'm on Marshall on the points. I think D'Antoni's out after this year, man. I think they're playing for him.
Yeah, I think Calhoun's might get the job from Youngstown.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Give me Marshall. Lock it up.
Oh, I'm not locking it. You can lock this.
This is a pressure spot for JMU. I'm on Marshall. Make all their threes.
I'm not locking this.
We are the herd, baby.
Thunder and herd.
Yep.
Hampton, Delaware. We don't have a line on this one. I could have swore I saw this today, though. Why do I not see a line on this? Why is that not out there? That's got to be out there because they didn't play. Or Hampton did actually.
Hampton won on the money line, baby.
Yeah, at the buzzer.
Everybody's saying JMU beat the shit out of Marshall twice. Those are the dangerous games, man. Those are dangerous. That first quarterfinal, JMU's got to win the tourney to get in the dance.
Next up, we go to Provo, where BYU is laying 13.5 against Oklahoma State.
Who beat them? They beat them already.
Dude, I think we got to lay it. I'm laying it. No lock, though, because I can see State covering this.
I could see State winning. BYU, Russ just talked me into like the BYU like up and down emotional roller coaster where they get up for all these big games and then they lay clunkers like they did against Cincinnati. I think Oklahoma State's live in this game. It's Mike Boyden's last game. Fucking who cares? And playing with house money. Give me Oklahoma State fringe lock. Hopefully they don't go up 16 in the first half and then blow the 13-point cover lead.
Yeah, that's terrifying in that building. Minnesota's catching 4.5 at Northwestern. Give me Northwestern minus 4.5. I'm not betting that game.
Minnesota's hit a wall, but I think this is a Minnesota spot to get back to 500 in league play.
I think it's anyone's game.
I may bet
take the points. Actually, yeah, you know what? Give me Minnesota. Let me switch my pick to Minnesota.
Minnesota fringe lock. These Big Ten games have been close as hell recently.
Irvine's laying 8.5 at Fullerton rivalry game. Irvine's already clinched. I'll take Fullerton plus the 8.5.
Same. Riverside's
getting 4.5 at Santa Barbara. I want Riverside, but no lock because Santa Barbara did wake up the other night.
Yeah. Agreed.
Arizona's laying 8 at USC.
Lock.
I'm locking up USC +8. Double lock. Get in, folks. Bronny James. Let's go. Idaho State's laying 4.5 at in Boise against Northern Arizona. I will lay the 4.5 with Idaho State. I got no feel in this game.
Same.
San Diego's taking on Santa Clara. No line. Obviously, WCC tournament in Vegas. Intrigued by the game. The best nightcap best nightcap game. UNLV is in Reno. Nevada's laying 6.5. I'm on Nevada -6.5. You could talk me into a lock.
I'm on Vegas.
Okay.
But I do see your angle of Vegas is being talked about more, but Nevada just won at
Boise. You know Nevada can still get the championship.
Yeah, but I like Vegas. They led the entire game a couple weeks ago. They're only lost in the last 12 games. I think this is a rivalry. I think
you also know Nevada's 9-1 in their last. Wait,
yeah,
they're 10-1 in their last 11.
And Vegas is what 11-1, so they're both 11-1. I'm locking up Vegas, man. This is a one possession game.
I'm taking Steve Alford. It's late. I want to watch this game. I love a rivalry. Let's go. Dundee on the pack. Mac on the revs. Let's go. Arizona State's getting 6.5 in Westwood against UCLA. Give me UCLA.
UCLA fringe lock. They got to get right here. Arizona State's a dumpster.
Bakersfield's catching 7 on the island. Give me Hawaii. No lock because they fucked me last time. What are you doing here?
I took Hawaii too.
And
but we'll probably end up betting it.
We probably will. Picks page. I'm on like the grid and VSiN like 5 times tomorrow, so you might hear me lock up more games. Portland, San Francisco, 9:30 Pacific time, 12:30 Eastern. No line, but I can't wait for this action, folks. And that's our card. Top play of the night. That's such a hard question. And last night was so much easier, even though I got it wrong. To me, Kansas, Kentucky. Who was the other one we liked too? There was another blue blood in there. I like the Providence angle.
Yeah. You didn't like Carolina as much.
Well, that game's insane.
Yeah.
I feel like that game's insane. Like Kentucky, I feel very good about. Providence, I feel very good about. Kansas, I feel decently good about as long as McCullough fucking plays. Some of the other ones, ECU. Hello, McFly. Folks,
we love Furman.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait to watch all this shit. I can't wait. Me and Terrell Furman will be live at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern with the morning show line movement. It's gonna be fun. Shout out to the 863 people watching this right now. I don't know if those numbers are real or not. Noah's sitting there saying these numbers are lied to. I don't know. But all I can tell you is 860s, 860s. From what I see, it says 860 people. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. I don't understand the interwebs. All right. But what I do understand is March Madness, and it's going to be fucking awesome tomorrow. Fuck you to all those pieces of shit that DM me shit. Be a fucking man and make your own fucking bets. You listen to the show, you take your fucking insight that you get, or maybe not. If you think we're horrible, you bet the other side, but then you shut the fuck up about it. Stop being such a bitch ass loser. All right. And I never give one fuck if you never listen to us ever again. All right. And I'm on Twitter at @Colby Dant. So please give me a follow. or not. I don't really give a shit. But yeah, I'm supposed to say that. Doing it for the company. College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. Noah Beanick, who's in a car somewhere. I don't know where the fuck he's at. He lives a private life. Tells me these things. I don't know.
He's Noah Beanick.
Yeah. I think his parents are listening to this episode. Give Noah Beanick a follow. I don't fucking know what to tell you. Someone directs some
wisdom.
Yeah, to Noah Beanick. All right. What did I say about his haircut back in November?
I forget, the wet turd or whatever.
Oh shit. All right, we're all fucking joking. All right, I know I shit on everyone here, but I'm just saying.
Fuck everybody.
I'll buy you a beer if I see you. Just don't take yourself so fucking serious. All right. I do hate you for anyone that comes in my DMs for when the one pick goes wrong, but I'll still buy you a beer and laugh about it. All right. So shut the fuck up and let's go. This is the College Basketball Experience. You better start thinking about yours, and see you tomorrow morning. We are out of here.
I lost a bet on the Super Bowl, so I had to dive in and crawl around through the snow. Don't believe me? Believe me, there's a video. We made it to promote March 5th and then we did the show. Before March, there was a winter to be lived through, and snow fell on the DC metropolis. In some other cities, this wouldn't be big news, but where I live, it felt like an apocalypse. Not the kind where zombies are the wrath of God, but the kind where Mother Nature doesn't laugh it off. I didn't laugh at all. I saw the sky smoking the blunt, now waiting for the ash to fall. Traffic stalled for a few weeks. Capitol Hill of snow taking up a parking space. A couple notches on the beltway ain't unique, but higher in freezes get more than your heart to race. I mean, the rats were frostbit, they lost it, risking their lives just to make it to the office. Exhausting, caustic, cold front rose up through the mid-Atlantic and did its damage. Detective Baylor didn't expect a camera and brought a gun to a snowball fight. I know my rights in the seasonal mood swing. Some of us winning, some of us losing. That broken clock's been blinking since winter. I hope it's not telling me I was born to lose. I lost my temper, but I found my center, winning winter, so I can